Gatt, one of Southern California's largest public adjuster firms. Avner Gatt knows how to fight back when your insurance company makes you feel like a criminal, leaving you with no hope of getting into your home and getting it all back together. With decades of experience and a passion for helping people, Avner and his family take the call themselves. So whether you have a toilet overflow, a broken water line, a burst supply line, a broken fire sprinkler, whatever the water damage is, you call Avner Gatt today at 818-917-5256, or you go to avnergatt.com. It's 818-917-5256 or avnergatt.com. You call, Avner answers, he says hello. Your claim is our game. avnergatt.com.
Located in the heart of downtown Los Angeles, Crypto.com Arena is pulling back the curtain and unveiling new behind-the-scenes VIP tours, which offer an exclusive look inside one of the world's most iconic sports and entertainment venues. Expert guides will lead small groups through spaces that have hosted legendary sports championships, world-renowned concerts, and epic award shows. Guests will also explore the venue's VIP areas and experience the arena's latest renovations. For more info, visit cryptoarena.com/tours.
Game day excitement starts at Lazy Dog Restaurants. Join them at LA Live before or after the game, or catch the action on TV at any of their locations. Enjoy handcrafted food, craft beers and drinks, and the best seats outside the arena. LazyDogRestaurants.com.
Empower. Tim collects bobbleheads. A lot of bobbleheads. Baseball bobbleheads, race car bobbleheads, little chihuahua bobbleheads. He's got an entire room strictly for bobbleheads. Does he need them? No. Is his wife mad about it? A little. But Tim works with Empower, and he got good at money, so he can be a little bad. Ooh, horse bobblehead. Classy, Tim. Empower. Invest well, live a little. Start today at empower.com.
This is the story of the one who, as a maintenance specialist for a historic high-rise, knows that vintage charm historically needs constant attention. Which is why, when it's time to upgrade turn-of-the-century mechanicals, they turn to Grainger. With easy access to 1 million-plus products and the scale to deliver when and where you need them. The right tools and supplies are never far away. So the one can keep that vintage building running like new. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
You're checking out the Waba Grill Lunch Hour here on Mason and Ireland.
Sup, people? Why do they grill the order at Waba Grill? Because it's just better for you. Their Asian-inspired menu has high-quality proteins and fresh steamed vegetables. Right now, get a value bowl combo for only $8.99 for a limited time. Waba Grill, it's for you.
Just like Mason and Ireland are for you.
Tell me if I'm weird here. Don't answer that question.
You're weird.
I knew that was coming.
The Waba Grill Lunch Hour rolls on right now.
Good afternoon.
Ireland, best show on the radio.
So what's happening, people? It is Monday, President's Day.
Yeah.
So a lot of people, the parking lot totally and completely empty here.
It was nice. Traffic was very light.
Traffic
in here.
very light.
Oh, that's
yeah, I
so
guess
nice.
No school and no banks. Does anybody still go to a bank anywhere? Anybody go to a bank?
When was the last time
ever?
you actually stepped into a
I
bank?
have not been inside a bank in at least a decade. In at least 10 years.
I have no reason to walk into a bank. Marcus, like, do you walk into banks for a reason?
Not regularly. I feel like I have. Because I think I had I had an issue with like a debit card.
By the way,
or
Marcus
something.
Grant is filling in
yeah,
for
I'm here
Ireland
now.
today. Hey.
No, I think I had an issue with a debit card or something like that. And I think I had to go actually talk to a real person at a bank.
Banks are kind of very, very old school. My mom talks about, I've got to go to the bank today and make a deposit. It's like, no, you take a picture of the check and you send it in. And it's like so easy. But no, banks and then post office is closed. And I don't really get letters. Does anybody still get mail? I haven't gotten a letter in a really long time.
My mailbox is the most worthless thing that there is. It's all ads and just things that I consistently throw away.
Yeah. I don't get anything valuable in my mailbox.
My mother still sends cards, and I think
does she?
She does, and I think it's for that reason. Like when you open the mailbox every now and then, there's something pleasant in there.
Sure,
like,
that's nice.
and it's not regularly, like holidays, birthdays, but like she'll send a card just so that at least you get something fun in the mailbox every once in a while.
Okay, well that seems like a nice thing.
Yeah.
When I was, even back when I was in my 20s, when I was a little kid, my grandmother would send a birthday card every year with a $5 bill. Now, when I was 25 and I got that same $5 bill,
Couldn't hit quite the same.
Sending but it was not as big a deal when I was 25 to get that $5 bill in the mail.
I just remember my grandmother used to send. She would send the amount of dollars as that corresponded with my age, right? So it'd be like $6, $7, $8. I think after a while, she just started sending 20s.
20s, yeah.
After a while, I was like, here's 20.
You're forever 20.
Right.
Yeah, that's not bad.
But back in the day, when you were getting that $5 at 25, that's like a half to a 3/4 of a tank of gas. Back then.
I don't
back
believe
then it
that
was
is true.
When I was driving,
$5
got me a half a tank.
No.
Yeah. When I first started driving, $5 was a half tank of
Yeah,
gas.
that's
made
true.
up.
No, I
It's not made up.
I feel like when I was 16,
$5 for a tank of gas. What was gas? Like
not
30
not
cents a gallon?
Not a tank, a half a tank of gas.
Yeah.
That would be like, so people would say, like, I'll give you $5 for gas. And I would get a half tank of gas out of it.
Now it's
100%.
like just a gas can.
That
right.
Right?
Like half a gas can.
Yeah, half a gas can, yeah. No, was it really $5?
Yeah, for a half tank
For a
of
half
gas.
tank of
Yeah.
gas?
Yeah.
It's risen quite a bit.
This inflation's out of control.
Out of control.
All right. So let's talk. We will definitely talk about Saturday Night Live. I want to get your take on, first of all, did you watch anything on Saturday? I texted Greg Bergman at the very beginning of the slam dunk contest at the All-Star game in San Francisco. Bergman, are you able to locate the text?
It says, you are missing the all-time worst dunk contest in history.
Okay.
And then can you share Marcus's info?
Yeah, and I give Marcus's info. So here's the thing about it. When I sent you that text, it was that Buzelis guy from Chicago missing like 6 consecutive dunks. And I'm like, oh, this is brutal. But Mac McClung
got it done.
Is a showman. This is, you know what? He has put everything into this. He's got he's only played in 5 NBA games. I mean, he is a dunker. This is what he's learned to do. 6'2", and 4 dunks that I haven't seen exactly in the past. They felt new, jumping over the car. Felt a little bit like Blake Griffin, but because he was jumping over and turned around, it was different. And what's interesting is Bergman, Mac McClung denier, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Damian Lillard, John Morant, Zach LaVine all said, you know what, Mac, if you're back next year, we may give it a go.
Let's see if they actually do it, though, because I don't think they actually will. There's something you say after the dunk contest. Oh, yeah, I'll do it. But until they actually do it, I want to see that.
It's like I'm never drinking again. And then you're like, next week we're going out. Next Friday night, let's go out again.
I just quit quitting.
I have no interest in seeing a guy in the G League dunk. I mean, there are people you can go on YouTube and see G Leaguers dunk.
It's not very different from what Ireland. He's basically a street ball guy who's dunking. It's basically what Ireland has always described. Let's get the best dunkers in the world to come here. He is one of the best dunkers that I've seen.
Yeah.
So how long?
Clever, interesting showman.
How long until Mac McClung is like traveling the country and like just doing halftime shows, right? Like that seems like the path he is on.
He's like the new Red Panda. Red Panda will always be the gold standard for halftime shows.
It's the way you go. It's a halftime show.
And I know she's out there, and I think her unicycle has training wheels now, and she's a little older.
Training wheels,
the
get outta
bowls
here.
are a little smaller, and all that kind of. But she's still doing her thing. And maybe Mac McClung will do the halftime shows.
Look, if I wanted to watch Mac McClung dunk,
you could have.
I could have on YouTube at any point that I wanted to. I don't need to see him at an NBA All-Star game. I don't need to see Buzelis and maybe Stephon Castle at some point.
Castle was good. He went to the final.
Yep, sure. But he's not a big name. If Giannis and Ja especially, and like Anthony Edwards would be amazing to see do it. If that happens, I'm all in. I'll watch.
Brian, what did you watch?
I watched SNL, or that was Sunday. Saturday, I watched The Gorge, actually. New Apple movie.
Oh, really?
The
Gorge is on Netflix, right?
Apple.
Miles,
and it's
Miles
Teller,
right?
yeah.
And Anya, is it Anya Taylor-Joy?
Yes, I think so.
With the big eyes?
Yeah, very much better than the All-Star weekend.
Now,
total.
is it monsters down? I've seen the trailer.
I don't wanna
Are there
give it
monsters down in the Gorge? Or no, don't give it away.
There's something.
There's something in the gorge.
Something.
Okay. But was not going to watch the All-Star dunk contest. My whole gripe with it is on social media, I follow sports accounts, 90% of what I follow.
Right.
Couldn't even find the highlight dunks
Really?
afterwards. Yeah, nothing really came up. I saw maybe McClung doing the car, jumping over the car.
The
but
car
that was
one
about
was
it.
Yeah, the car one was that was a showstopper, and he led off with that. Yeah, I don't know.
That's a big way to start.
I'm a big Mac McClung fan.
That's cool. I was at Disneyland, so I have no idea. I saw on social media, like as I'm trying to drive home, my wife's like, "Look at this," and I'm like, "I'm driving. I can't really look at dunk right now."
It's the weirdest sports weekend, right? Because you've got nothing. Well, you got the Hockey All-Star Four Nations tournament going on, and you got All-Star Weekend. And I think most people, I would be curious to know the overnight ratings for Saturday Night Live versus All-Star Weekend, because they went head-to-head on the West Coast.
Crushed.
I think SNL probably did crush.
Yeah.
But, the conversation came up again about the NBA and the zero-sum game and the three-pointer. But Draymond Green was talking about it this weekend, and I got that coming up for you next. In the meantime, it's time to...
Chumba.
Are you ready? At Chumba Casino, the action never stops. You can play online social games anytime, anywhere for free. No purchase necessary. Your playbook is stacked. Think bingo, solitaire, slots, blackjack, hundreds of games. You'll never run out of action. Here's the kicker. They're dropping fresh games every single week. It's like a highlight reel of fun ready for you to tackle. Plus, free daily login bonuses and a sweet welcome bonus when you join. Play for free. Take your shot. You could redeem some awesome prizes. What are you waiting on? The clock is ticking and the game is on. Suit up and take your shot. Head to ChumbaCasino.com.
Chumba.
ChumbaCasino.com. Here's the disclaimer. Available only to players in the U.S., excluding Washington, Michigan, Montana, Connecticut, and Nevada, and Canada, excluding Quebec. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply. Mason, Ireland, 710 ESPN.
The Luka era is on for the purple and gold.
And the NBA has never seen anything like this.
Rebound, Luka. Length of the court pass, LeBron. Lay it up and in.
Luka and LeBron, two of the greatest, are now together, and it's looking unstoppable.
I can't believe that we just had an assist, LeBron James to Luka Doncic, and it wasn't in the All-Star game.
Yeah. Catch the dynamic duo as they dominate and make history in real time, right here on the home of Luka, LeBron, and the Lakers.
710 ESPN.
You never expect a Hail Mary pass to win and end the game or getting into an accident. Hey, it's Trav with DeMarco.
Only one all-star defense team you can call to defend you. The personal injury law offices of Joseph S. Normand. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000.
Don't get sacked by others. Joseph will help you achieve the maximum compensation you deserve. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000. That's 213-747-2000.
Let Joseph and his team score a touchdown for you.
When pain keeps you from doing what you love, Hoag Orthopedic Institute gets you back to you. We are ranked number 18 in the nation and number 1 in Orange County for orthopedic and spine care by U.S. News and World Report. From the surf to the green, our world-class doctors are there, which is why more Californians choose Hoag Orthopedic Institute for orthopedic and spine care more than any other hospital. At Hoag Orthopedic Institute, there is no one better at getting you back to you. Proudly founded by premier physicians in partnership with Hoag. Learn more at HoagOrthopedicInstitute.com.
Hey, John Ireland here. Inheriting a home can be overwhelming, but Seller's Advantage makes it easy. One customer shared, inheriting a home felt like too much work. Seller's Advantage gave us a reasonable offer, handled everything, and closed in 3 weeks. I highly recommend them. Skip the repairs and the headaches. Call Seller's Advantage, 888-390-AS-IS, or visit sellersadvantage.com for your free cash offer.
Don't worry, sell happy with Seller's Advantage.
DRE number 01961658.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-6759. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-6759. That's 800-575-6759. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
You're checking out the Waba Grill Lunch Hour here on Mason and Ireland.
Sup, people? Why do they grill the order at Waba Grill? Because it's just better for you. Their Asian-inspired menu has high-quality proteins and fresh steamed vegetables. Right now, get a value bowl combo for only $8.99 for a limited time. Waba Grill, it's for you.
Just like Mason and Ireland are for you.
Tell me if I'm weird here. Don't answer
Yes,
that question.
you're weird.
I knew that was coming.
The Waba Grill Lunch Hour rolls on right now.
Boy, that thing will get stuck in your head, lodged there, and you cannot get rid of it. Sabrina Carpenter, who opened Saturday Night Live last night with Paul Simon.
Which, I mean, I knew that both of them are short, but I didn't realize that they're both the same height, at least to watch them on stage.
I don't know. How tall are these people?
I know that.
How tall is this Paul Simon?
I know Sabrina Carpenter is short because the name of her tour was the Short and Sweet Tour.
But are you sure that's relates to her height?
I think so. She seems like a small.
Oh,
she's
wow.
5 feet even.
5 feet even.
Paul Simon is 5'3".
5'3".
So she must. So Sabrina must have been wearing heels because on the show they were the same height.
Yeah.
And they played one of my favorite songs, though, Homeward Bound.
Homeward Bound is a great
fantastic song.
Yeah. It's funny. I thought he was great. He is readily identified with Saturday Night Live. Paul Simon has appeared on Saturday Night Live so many times over the years, so I thought it was fitting that he opened the show, and Homeward Bound was a terrific opener. And Sabrina Carpenter's, I guess that's the reason her tour is called the Short and Sweet Tour.
I assume because she's diminutive.
She is diminutive. I saw a video, by the way, from the All-Star Weekend of Kevin Hart with a bunch of WNBA stars, and it is really, really funny because he is so short next to them in particular.
He is wee. He is a wee little man.
He is.
The only thing I saw on Twitter about the All-Star Weekend was how bad Kevin Hart was. Was he bad throughout the weekend?
I don't know.
I heard he was.
know.
Yeah, I mean, you're asking people who were watching SNL.
No, you watched. You said you watched.
I watched Saturday.
Oh,
I
you didn't watch it.
No, I didn't watch last night.
All I heard was how terrible he was, and then people were like, "Why is Kevin Hart there?"
Apparently, he was very grating. A lot of people didn't like him.
Yeah, that's what it seems like.
Yeah. So, all right. So, of course, the conversation turns to what's wrong with the NBA. Oh, God, we've done this on the show. We've fixed the NBA multiple times. Brian, have we successfully fixed it yet?
Not yet, but
No,
we're close.
not yet.
All right.
We're close.
Just keep tinkering. You'll get there soon.
So, Draymond Green was asked about just in general the NBA, and he joins the chorus of "It's boring."
It's not smart basketball no more. I saw a clip not too long ago where Kobe said, like, yo, it's accidental basketball. He couldn't have been more right. It was so refreshing to play against Bron because every possession is like a chess match. But you don't just get that on a regular basis. It's just who can run faster, who can hit more threes. It's no substance. And so I think it's very boring.
Okay. Big pause there, too. I think he ran out of stuff to say. I think that the NBA is boring theme is probably completely overdone now. The NBA is better than everybody's making it sound. It is not this total and complete ignore it, it doesn't matter thing right now. But everybody's on this wagon right now. So I think it is probably now kind of what J.J. Redick said. People bagging on the game is starting to hurt the game.
Well, yeah, it is, but it's still the product is not great, but we still love it and we still are going to watch it. I think it made like $86 billion or something.
Oh yeah, no question.
In the offseason, some crazy amount of money selling all the rights. They're fine. The NBA is fine, but the game has changed into a Like it's just basically a 3-point shooting contest in every single game at this point. The Lakers shot 53 the other night.
Yeah.
Like,
Which, by the way, Boston does every game. They average 53s.
So, and it's all because the Warriors found a way to make the 3-point shot look amazing between Steph and Clay, and now everyone's trying to duplicate that. And so it's become just a little bit of a copycat league like they all are, but it will eventually get back to what it's supposed to be. Now having all these bigs, I think it's going to start getting better and better.
I think some of it is, so this is sort of like the argument of, I mean, you're a baseball guy, like when people were talking about getting rid of pitchers hitting and putting the whole DH in, right? And my thing was, why don't we just appreciate the pitchers who can hit? And I think for some part of the NBA, like, yeah, there's a lot of teams that are just running up and shooting threes and that's it. But there are still guys out there who believe in a mid-range game. And what part of what I've enjoyed this season and last season is there's the nightly like Wimby is an alien post that comes up, right?
Sure.
Because he'll do something that isn't humanly possible. And I think the more we start to highlight those guys and appreciate that, I think the more we'll start to see some of that. Because you're right, there's a lot of teams that just are uncreative and they're like, hey, let's just shoot 53s and hopefully, half of them go in.
But wait a
and
minute,
we
what
win.
does it say that the best team, well, at least the reigning NBA champion, shoots more threes than anybody else? See, to me, this is the issue. So the champion shoots more threes than anybody else, Boston. Analytics point to 3-pointers, not 2-pointers. Analytics have driven the mid-range shot really out of the game to a great degree. It's either finish at the basket or make a three, and that part of it does get monotonous, I think.
Yeah, but I think analytics, one is we've kind of used it as a catch-all for blame on things, and I think what we're searching for is efficiency, and there will come a point where maybe it's not inefficient to shoot threes, but it does become more efficient to take that shot at the rim, to take that mid-range shot. And the whole thing with Moneyball was that the A's were just finding a thing that teams were ignoring, and they were exploiting that to their advantage. And at some point, you're going to find that thing that teams either aren't defending or don't care about, and you can exploit that shot to your advantage, and then that becomes the analytical thing to do.
But are they not in the pre-Theo MLB conundrum? Are they not, the analytics have chased them to 3 outcomes, at least in Major League Baseball: walk, home run, strikeout. That's what happened. And then the rules changed to create more action. The NBA is at that zero sum right now. They've got to do something, ideally, to create more diversity in the way they approach scoring. Because right now it has become the same thing over and over again. Now, I don't know how you incentivize that, how you create more action. I'm not sure. But with guys like, and he points out LeBron, and by the way, Luka, brilliant half-court players. That's where he's talking about chess and strategy. It happens in the postseason. Doesn't happen as much in the regular season.
I think some of it is, if we get rid of that corner three, I think that changes the game a lot.
That's a big part of it.
It almost makes too much sense to just change it. Like that, I know that was Ireland's idea.
Yeah.
To just turn that 3-point line to not have a corner three. It makes too much sense. That you have to think that eventually that's going to go that way, because it's 3. You're right. NBA is at the 3 outcomes situation now. 3 dunk miss.
Yep, that's it. And so baseball addressed it, and now it's up to Adam Silver to address the exact same thing in the NBA. All right, let me see what else. I was thinking on my way in today. There's not, it's a weird sports time.
Yeah.
And when I was a kid, I always wanted to put on a show. So today we're putting on a show.
Sweet.
We're coming up with stuff for the show. Now somebody sent me a link to something I hadn't seen in a long time, which is a trailer for the movie that I did. And I showed you guys the trailer beforehand. Give me your honest appraisal of what you saw.
I will tell you what I told you before. It would crush on Tubi.
Crush on Tubi?
It would crush on
Really?
Tubi. Yeah, I think it would do well on Tubi.
Why is that?
Because it's like, look, it's not, obviously you're not dealing with a multi-million-dollar budget, but I think there's a good story. I think it's something that's, at least just from what I saw in the trailer, I think it's well told. I think it's well shot. You've got prosthetics. You've got makeup. You got the whole nine, right? But like, it's budget-wise, it's not going to be something that you see on Max.
No.
But Tubi seems like a good home for it.
Tubi, I think, is a good place for it. Also, Vine, when back in the day when it was like 10-second clips of it, I thought that would be a great
10-second clips of it.
Vine wasn't even that. I thought Vine was like 6 seconds.
Vine was. It was 6 seconds. It was.
Okay, so if he had you like laying in the bed in
6-second
6-second pieces, I think that would be really, really good. I think it had potential, especially back then. I think a lot of the tropes that you were going towards happened later on in other movies. So because you did 15 years ago, so you were ahead of it.
15 years ago, but the story came from 1982. No,
Right.
86.
Right. So it absolutely could work.
Yeah.
Tubi's a good place for it.
Tubi's
or like
a good
Freevee
place.
on.
What about the
History?
History Channel? How about the History Channel?
Does History Channel show anything other than like World War II Panzer tank docs now? I think that's
It's
kind of
pretty
it,
much
right?
it, yeah.
That's it, like-
Yeah.
This is my question, though. Was it a comedy or was it a drama?
You really have to ask that?
I do.
That is so bad.
I thought like because when I
That
first
is
started
so
seeing it, I'm like,
bad.
okay, it's like a comedy.
Well, he's a creative, interesting, funny, weird guy, right?
Okay,
So
yeah.
from that perspective, but then there's like serious. I should say the movie was called Little Devil. The trailer does live on YouTube.
We're gonna play it, right?
Hey, we're gonna play it.
Yeah. Why can't we play it?
Well, I mean, I think we could.
I mean,
does it play?
I don't know if I don't know.
I think just hearing you do different voices would be good.
Okay.
Yeah. So we play it. Maybe after Wheel of Questions, we play it, and then you can put it up on your Twitter.
What, with a poll?
And just push them
Oh
towards
my
the
God.
YouTube.
Yeah.
Watch those numbers fly up.
Oh yeah, they will fly. It was an experience trying to make a movie. I'll tell you what.
It was actually pretty impressive.
It's not an easy thing to do.
No, I'm impressed that you did the whole thing.
Yeah, for $5,000.
It's better than The Room. I'll tell you that for
It's
sure.
better than The Room.
Hey,
I
man,
know-
are
I
we,
know
wait, we
Tommy
don't. We're not
Wiseau.
besmirching The Room here, are we? We're not about to. I will walk off this
No,
show.
The
We're not
Room
about
is
to
really fun.
besmirch.
And by the way, Disaster
You're tearing
Artist.
me apart, Lisa.
The Disaster Artist was amazing. And like,
Hi, Mark.
hi, Mark.
Oh, hi, Mark.
I did not hit her. I did not.
I did not.
Oh, hi, Mark. I met Tommy Wiseau once.
Did you?
I did. I met him.
So we should say Tommy
Wiseau.
Wiseau is a guy who made a movie that is accidentally bad, right?
It is called the Citizen Kane of bad movies.
Right. It's called
Yes.
The Room. It played for a long time, like Fridays at midnight.
It's one of those, yeah.
At the New Art or whatever that is.
Right.
And it is really, really funny, but unintentionally
not on purpose.
funny. Right.
Yes.
They would throw like spoons at the
It
screen.
had a very Rocky Horror type
Yes.
following to it, sort of thing. Yeah, yeah. No, I met Tommy Wiseau once.
Yeah. What's he like? Is he self-aware?
He's exactly what you think.
Is he self-aware?
He is self-aware.
He knows.
Yes,
He's
I saw
in on the
him.
joke?
He kind of is. I saw him at a premiere in the Valley for a movie called Samurai Cop 2, which if you've ever seen the original Samurai Cop, is right. It's on par with The Room. And Tommy played the villain in Samurai Cop 2 because there were so many unanswered questions at the end of Samurai Cop. And he took photos with us.
Two.
Right.
You needed a second one. He took photos with us. He was very much in on like who he is and that sort of thing.
Okay.
He knows.
Yeah, good. Yeah, the movie that they made about the making of the movie was called The Disaster Artist. It
Yes.
stars
James Franco.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That was funny too.
It was
good.
funny movie, yeah. Hi, Mark. All right. Coming up next for you, going to spin the wheel of questions, but I get this opportunity to talk about Cosm. So Cosm is located in Inglewood. It is, and I'm not kidding, it's mind-blowing. You've heard me talk about this. Marcus, you've been there, right?
Yes, I have.
And what was your takeaway?
It was incredible.
Yeah, it's an amazing place.
Absolutely.
If you are looking for like the brand new, cool, amazing way to watch sports, Cosm is it. They've got NBA, NHL, college basketball, Premier League, soccer, WWE, more. And in the dome, they've got these high-resolution displays that completely surround you. And if you're in the dome and you're watching a game, it basically feels like you're sitting on the field or you're sitting courtside for a game. It is like you're transported to that event. Plus, they got really cool original programming. They have a show called Orbital, which will blow your mind, and they got a Cirque du Soleil show, the O Show, that they've shot in immersive shared reality that is amazing. They've got the hall with wall-to-wall-to-wall screens, every game on simultaneously, and then the deck above it all, a panoramic rooftop bar with amazing views. You can see the Balmer Building, you can see SoFi. It's incredible up there. Great place for a drink. Always great foods, great craft cocktails, ice-cold beers. Cosm is something you've got to check out. If you haven't been there, thank me later. It's Cosm.com. That's COSM.com. Tickets. Grab your tickets now because they're going fast. That's Cosm.com. COSM.com. Mason, Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Why do we grill to order at Waba Grill? It's just better for you. Right now, get our value bowl combo for only $8.99. Waba Grill. It's for you.
Ready to shine.
Stolen by Austin Reeves. Reeves to the rim. Slam dunk for a new career high.
Catch all the action, all the passion, all the drama, all the big shots.
Doncic dribbling one-on-one against Walker Kessler. Three-pointer over Kessler. It's good. Luka's first three is a Laker, and the place goes nuts.
Follow the Lake Show all season long as they look to make history. Luka, LeBron, and the Lake Show live here.
But how dangerous can this team be?
Very dangerous. On 710 ESPN.
NextGen is the official AC heating, plumbing, and electrical company of SoCal sports fans. That's right. Is your heating and AC system ready to power through the season? From quick tune-ups to full replacements, NextGen has you covered. For a limited time, ESPN LA listeners can get a heating and AC tune-up for just $88. That's right. Stay in the game all season with an $88 heating and AC tune-up from NextGen. Call 833-3NEXTGen today.
NEXGEN. Call 833-3NEXTGen.
Hey, it's Bethel Duran. When you get into an auto collision and damage your vehicle, there's only one spot for you to call. That's my guy Leo at Active Collision. Experienced paint and body technicians will make your car look like it's brand new. You get a free estimate when you call 626-330-0100. They work with all insurance companies. Mention 710 and you get 50% off your insurance deductible. Call 626-330-0100, 626-330-0100, or visit activecollisionrepair.com.
Whether you're tinkering in your garage or tackling big projects, if you know the value of working with your hands, you know Harbor Freight. And you can be confident knowing that at Harbor Freight, you can get quality tools at prices that work just as hard as you do. Because the only thing more satisfying than a job well done is a job well done, well under budget. Whatever you do, do it for less at Harbor Freight.
This ESPN Radio Black History Month moment is brought to you by National University.
Considered one of the best defensive players in NBA history, Bill Russell led the Boston Celtics to 11 championships and won 5 MVPs. In 1966, he became the first black coach in NBA history when he became the Celtics player coach. He led Boston to back-to-back titles in 1968 and 69. He was inducted into the Naismith Basketball Hall of Fame in 1975.
Built for the dreamers and doers and history makers. Start your journey at nu.edu.
And it is the biggest show on the radio, Mason and Ireland, here each weekday. You know what it's time for? What is this? It's time for Wheel of Questions. Producer Brian Cohen, are you ready with that wheel? Hit it, Jack.
All right. Marcus Grant in for Ireland today. I have come across this. Scientists in Australia have discovered what they say is the most venomous spider in the world. It is the Sydney funnel web spider. They call it the big boy, and it is big. So far, 13 people have been reported to have been killed by it. And they say it's 3.5 inches in diameter. So think about that. Wow. 3.5 inches. Okay. It's a big-ass spider. So here's the question. When you're at home and you see a spider, Are you the person that has to smash it?
I am tasked with eliminating spiders
Eliminating.
in my home.
You
That
are
is
the
my
spider
job.
eliminator.
Yes.
All insects.
That's it. That's my job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bergman, are you the spider eliminator, the insect killer?
Yes, I am very much the insect killer in my household. However,
oh, this
if I no, I already looked at it.
Yeah,
I can't actually look at it. That if that's in there, I'm selling. I'm getting out of the house.
It's his house now.
It's his house. I'm moving.
Yeah,
all that stuff in there is being burned along with it.
Really,
I'll buy
along with
new
the
stuff.
spider. Okay.
No,
you're terrified of spiders.
No, I'm terrified of that spider.
That spider. Yeah, this spider is scary.
I mean, that says something though, that it is the most poisonous spider in Australia, on a continent where everything is trying to kill you.
It is.
Everything is deadly.
Brian, are you the spider killer?
If everything's trying to kill you.
Oh yeah, I'm the one to take them out.
Yeah.
But to that point, if I saw that thing going, I might call somebody else. Like, I don't know if I saw that thing, I'm not touching that.
Yeah, I am the spider killer at our house, but this one is a different story. It is a monster-ass spider, and it reminds me of when we were in El Salvador. Me and Juan went down to El Salvador, and we go to the hotel room, and there was a scorpion on our bed.
Oh, no.
So I was like, all right, we're changing rooms, 1. 2, I want a very, very thorough search of the new room to make sure there are no scorpions. And it was the one, it was big enough that you could see the tail sort of come over and it's like ready to sting. But insects don't generally bother me. Scorpions and this, like, I don't think, would you ever allow a tarantula without its stinger to walk on your hand or arm?
I mean, if I knew that it's defanged or whatever,
right.
like I might do that.
See, I don't think I could do that.
I might do that.
Yeah, I don't think I could do that.
If you have 8 legs, you shouldn't be walking on me. That's just how
just the general rule.
And also,
huh?
like for this spider that you're talking about, if it was in my apartment, like that means maybe it's had babies. Maybe there's other ones that are in there.
Sure.
I don't want to find out.
Yeah,
I am no longer living in that house.
I get it.
Yeah, one of my good friends lives in Arizona, and he will tell me like at least a couple times a year they do get scorpions in their house.
Yeah.
Sure,
you know, it's like ugh.
No, block that.
And I'm sort of like, look, as long as you're outside, I'm not gonna mess with you. Like outside is your domain, it's fine. When you come through the door, then we got a problem.
Right. All right, there is your wheel of questions. Luke did not sound off on this question, but I'm sure he would have.
We should ask him about it tomorrow during the
We
Luke
will
Robitaille
ask
show.
him specifically during the Luke Robitaille show about the big, gigantic spider.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah. I've got the ratings for Saturday Night Live versus the All-Star game last night.
Oh.
So, take a shot at how many million people watched the All-Star game on TNT.
I'm going to say, I'm terrible at these, 11 million.
11 million?
Under 1 million.
Yeah, you guys, it's somewhere between, Brian.
3 million.
3 million. It's 7 million, which is pretty good. 7 million people. That's up 12% from a year ago. How many people in millions do you think watch Saturday Night Live?
25.
30.
40.
23 million.
Yeah.
23 million people from 8 to 11:30 on the East Coast and 5 to 8:30 on the West Coast. Did it go an hour and a half? I guess it did go an hour and a half, right?
Wasn't it 3 hours?
It was 3 hours.
3, yeah.
I'm sorry, it went 3.5 hours.
3 plus.
Yeah.
It was like a
Like
little
3:15.
after 8:15 our time that it finished.
Right.
It was funny. I was talking to Marcus before the show, like about the Alec Baldwin joke about after. Was it Marcus the after weekend update?
Oh, the weekend, how after weekend update is like a good insomnia cure or whatever. Because really that last half hour, I've always said is it's like a training ground for new sketches and new characters. It's like we're gonna try some out here, we'll put it back here. If it works, we'll move it to the big show later. If it doesn't work, whatever. Everybody's falling asleep. Anyway.
Yeah, we have a saying: nothing good happens after update. Yeah, it's kind of true. It's kind of, although they do some, like I loved last night. John Mulaney did the big musical sketch. I thought was great.
That was fun.
Tribute to New York. He's done that a few times on the show and is really, really funny. There was so much there, and it was really cool to see Eddie Murphy do a sketch with Will Ferrell and Kenan Thompson, 3 just iconic SNL members. And I also loved John Hamm and Woody Harrelson with Kate McKinnon. on the I got the alien exploration thing. I got abducted thing.
Yeah, Pedro Pascal with
Pedro Pascal.
Pedro Pascal. It was great though, especially Meryl Streep coming out and playing that character.
Oh
was
my
classic.
God, Meryl Streep doing it was hilarious.
It was amazing.
It was hilarious.
The only person was Daryl Hammond there?
I did not see Daryl Hammond.
Well, he was there for like 30 years.
But he's
too.
also the voice guy now, right? For the
Is
show.
he?
Like once Don Pardo left,
is he?
At least he was for a while. I don't know if he still is, but for a long time he was the It's Saturday Night Live. Like that was Daryl Hammond for a while.
Oh, I did not realize that.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so Bergman and I went to the LAFC 3252 section a year ago. Now, and we had a blast. We were sponsored by the Pride folks for Pride Night. Now, this time, we're open for sponsorship, but I want to go back. There are different clubs within the 3252, and I don't think we've got necessarily an invitation to be with any of the groups right now, right?
No, not that I'm aware of, but we would love to go back and maybe even get up on like the top. Remember they were trying to get you to go up and like lead the cheers?
Yeah, up on the bandstand thing?
The bandstand, yeah. So that
I would
would
do
be
that.
cool.
That
you would
be
do
cool.
it this time, right?
I would do it now.
Yeah.
Now that I know my way around,
right?
I would definitely do it. So if you are with LAFC 3252 and you've got one of the individual clubs, we are open for invitations at Venice Mace, MASE. And what's your Twitter now?
At @corporate_Greg.
At @corporate_Greg.
And I think the first game is this Saturday.
Is it?
I think the first game
We're
is
going to go
this
to
Saturday.
I know they just had a friendly. Are we going to go to the opener? No, I'm out Saturday.
Oh, no, yeah. You're
Oh,
on
I am
vacation.
doing the King's Relief game on Sunday.
Oh, on
although
Sunday.
I have no particular job or assignment whatsoever for the King's Relief event, Fire Relief. They're doing it on Sunday. It's an all-star game, a celebrity game, and there are going to be first responders in the crowd. It's going to be televised, but I don't think I've got an official job yet.
No, well, maybe tomorrow Luke can tell you what your job is. But yeah, they have their first game is on Saturday versus Minnesota.
Very
at
nice.
1 o'clock.
So we do mythical money around here, Marcus. I don't think you have any mythical money, do you?
I don't believe so, no.
Do you want some mythical money?
Sure. Can I buy mythical creatures with it? Like, how does this work?
No. It's
Okay.
not Farmville. Whenever we do mythical money, it's brought to you by Chumba Casino. With new games added weekly, no purchase necessary. You can play Chumba Casino anytime, anywhere. No purchase necessary. Got to be 21. Terms and conditions apply. What are the standings right now, Bergman?
As of right now, I am leading, but not by much. Me and Brian are tied at 105,000. Ireland has 91,000. Mason, you have 85,000. So we need to make a couple more bets. But,
Wait a minute. Didn't I win 2 bets in the...
Yeah, that got you back up to 85.
Oh, man.
Yeah. So it's still early. We have plenty of the entire year. So basically, Marcus, we have $100,000 of mythical money to bet on anything that we want for the entire year.
Okay.
It can be sports. It can be about a celebrity. John, a couple of years ago, bet on the baby.
Baby for
the royal
Kate Middleton
baby.
and what's his name?
William.
The William.
William.
Kate Middleton and
the dome.
And the dome. Yeah.
So you can bet on anything.
Yeah, you can bet on absolutely anything. That's the rule.
All right. So it has to be within the calendar year?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so think about it.
All right.
Think about it. Yeah.
Okay.
It's fun to wager a little fake money.
Sure.
All right. I want to do one last thing here in this segment, and then we're going to get to sports graffiti. 877-710-ESPN, 877-710-ESPN. Okay. Story. I want to do this story. It's a little dark, but it does make sense. So this woman in the Caribbean was Turks and Caicos. I'm sorry, Turks and Caicos, wherever that is. She saw a shark. She was in the water, saw a shark. She went to take a picture of it.
This already sounds like it's going bad.
Both hands gone.
How close was she to the shark?
Too close. Honestly, this is like everything for the gram. This is stupid. You're holding your camera in front of a shark.
This is 2 shows in a row I've done with you where we've had some sort of aquatic disaster. Because last week it was a guy getting eaten by a whale.
Correct.
I saw that video today, actually. Crazy.
Did you see the whale?
Insane.
Oh, the guy getting gobbled up by the whale is amazing.
And now it's a woman getting her hands taken off by Jaws.
But, I mean, seriously, what if you see a shark coming, you're holding your camera and you're going to get a photo of it?
No. Absolutely not. My hands would be for escaping.
I would be swimming away as fast as possible. I don't want to say she she played with fire, certainly. And she definitely got burned, so we wish her well, but stop taking pictures of everything. I was at, actually, I'll save that. But I was thinking about this photo taking thing. I was at an event on Saturday at a place called Cine Vita that I'll talk about coming up. And there was a person in front of me where it's like little bar tables. And there's a person in front of me that has got their phone up filming the entire thing.
Ugh.
It is so annoying. Just watch the show. Enjoy the show. You don't need a picture of absolutely everything.
Also, like I see, people go to concerts.
Plus, they were in the way of me. I was taking a picture of myself.
That's the important part.
Now
we get to the important part. But also, like, how often do people go back and watch those videos of like shows they record?
Never.
Right? Never.
No, I went to Tyler the Creator on Saturday.
Did you video him?
Yeah, I did video him. I have 3 videos. I will never look at them again. Ever.
Right.
Yeah.
Ever.
Right.
What? So why do we do it?
Because it seems like a good idea at the time.
Right. Yeah.
Did you put it on social media?
I did put it on social media.
That's the reason.
That's it.
Yeah.
But I'll never look at it again.
No, I'll never look at it
Not
again.
to mention that generally, like if you're at a concert, the audio also comes out bad. It's just like, that's what it sounds like,
It's
you know?
true. It was for Riley. Actually, was sitting there with her friend, and they filmed the entire set. It was like
The entire set?
like 2.5 hours, whatever it was. The entire set. Their phone went from 99% to 6%.
I was going to say, like, they have a great battery life. That was my first thought. It was literally my first thought.
So if you're watching it through a phone, are you really watching it?
No.
No, I think they were, jumping around, just filming it while you're still watching.
Right.
But it's up. I don't know. I don't get the point of it.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'm not the person to complain because there are several pictures of me on my social media, but so it can be. That lady needed to sit down. All right. Let's do some sports graffiti. 877-710-ESPN. Did you watch the All-Star game? I hear it was terrible. I hear there was 34 minutes of basketball, actual basketball, in the course of those 2 games yesterday.
3 games.
Oh, right, 3 games.
3
There were
games.
4 teams. Yeah,
Yeah.
right, exactly, 3 games. So, did you watch it? Is there any saving it? Is there any fixing it? Did you watch Mac McClung, who I thought put on a great show on Saturday night and seems to have whetted the appetite of maybe Giannis and maybe Ja Morant and maybe Zach LaVine as maybe participating down the line next year, maybe if Mac comes in and goes for the quad Pete.
I think it's a pride thing, right? Like, I think these NBA guys are tired of watching a G League guy come in and win their showcase.
True.
Which I think is funny because I feel like it's pride that had the stars sit out. Like, they didn't want to lose. Like, I think some of the big stars, like, well, I don't want to get embarrassed. And now this G League guy has just dominated. So now the pride has worked the other way. They're like, well, we got to defend our own turf here. So we got to come back and do this thing.
Yeah. And let me see, what else? Are you watching the Four Nations hockey? Apparently, it's 3 fights in the first 9 seconds of the game between U.S. and Canada. Everybody's booing everybody else's national anthem. That's where we are.
Yeah, I'm watching vicariously through one of my Canadian friends who's very involved in this.
Is that right?
He's very intense.
And, of course, the Lakers back on Wednesday. What are your expectations for the final 30 games of the season? It is a 30-game sprint to the finish line. Luka, LeBron, and J.J. Redick has been just masterful this year as a head coach. We can get your takes on that. 877-710-ESPN. 877-710-ESPN. It is Marcus Grant in for John today, 710 ESPN.
Hi, this is Sean McVay of your LA Rams. The Rams play here. KSPN, Los Angeles.
710 ESPN.
A good karma brands radio station.
The fun way to drive home is with Sedano and Cap.
Like I said earlier in the week, hey, if you want to soar with the Eagles in the morning, you can't fly with the turkeys at night. You feel me?
Sedano and Cap.
Weekdays at 3 p.m.
on 710 ESPN.
Oh, could this vintage store be any cuter?
Right? And the best part? They accept Discover.
Accept Discover? In a little place like this? I don't think so, Jennifer.
Oh, yeah, huh? Discover's accepted where I like to shop. Come on, baby, get with the times.
Right, so we shouldn't get the parachute pants?
These are making a comeback. I think.
Discover is accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. Based on the February 2024 Nielsen report.
Okay, raise your hand if you want to make your life a little bit easier. Great. Now raise your other hand if you like to be comfortable. Perfect. Now that you have both hands raised, imagine putting on your shoes. And that, folks, right there is your answer to an easier, more comfortable life. Go hands-free with Skechers Slip-ins. This is footwear you don't need your hands to put on. They can be raised in the air, and you can just step it and go. Why don't you experience what people can't stop talking about? Life-changing Skechers Slip-ins. Get your Slip-ins at a Skechers store, Skechers.com, or wherever stylish footwear is sold.
Hey, it's Mace. Looking for some fun and excitement? You got to check out Chumba Casino. It's 100% free to play. No purchase required. Enjoy hundreds of thrilling social casino games anytime, anywhere, like bingo, slingo, slots, and solitaire. Get in the action. Play now for a chance to redeem some serious prizes at ChumbaCasino.com.
Available only to players in the U.S., excluding Washington, Michigan, Montana, Connecticut, and Nevada, and Canada, excluding Quebec. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
You never expect a Hail Mary pass to win and end the game or getting into an accident. Hey, it's Trav with DeMarco.
Only one all-star defense team you can call to defend you. The personal injury law offices of Joseph S. Normand. Visit NormandLegal.com or call 213-747-2000.
Don't get sacked by others. Joseph will help you achieve the maximum compensation you deserve. Visit NormandLegal.com or call 213-747-2000. That's 213-747-2000.
Let Joseph and his team score a touchdown for you.
There's LeBron and Luka, the dynamic duo taking over the NBA.
I can't believe that we just had an assist, LeBron James to Luka Doncic.
But before that, there was the original duo, the OGs of LA Sports Radio.
Ireland has an idea.
I do.
I think it's stupid, but there are other ideas out there.
More Mason and Ireland right now.
All right, here we go. It is sports graffiti time. Marcus Grant is in for Ireland today, and let's start out with Hooper's X. Hooper's X, you're on sports graffiti. Go ahead, man.
Hey, guys. Just wanted to call and say that Kevin Hart is so played out. He was terrible on the broadcast last night. I almost turned it off because I couldn't take any more of him.
Because of Kevin Hart?
Like that.
Wow.
Yeah.
What did you think of the rest of this? What did you think of the rest of All-Star Weekend?
It was really bad that there was a half an hour between each of the games. I don't know how that format is, functional going forward. It was entertaining when the games were actually being played, but having a half an hour in between each game was ridiculous.
Yeah, that's a lot of Kevin Hart between games, huh?
A little bit of Kevin Hart goes a long way.
It does. It does. Some annoyance with Kevin Hart. Deuce, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go ahead, Deuce.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
First of all, I've been wanting to say that for a long time. I love you guys. I'll be at work, and so I listen to you. So I'll get right to the point.
Sure.
Piggyback off what the caller said before, there is too much Kevin Hart. To me, and I don't know about everybody else in the world, especially in my community, we kind of think he's overrated and he does suck. You know what I'm saying? He does suck. I mean, he's funny, ha-ha, for commercials, but in real life, no. Kevin Hart is not funny. He hasn't been funny for a long time. But the point is, the NBA is not that bad. I'm with you, Mason. The NBA is not that bad. I think we have too many analysts inside the game, so they're just nitpicking everything, and they're making it boring. All-Star game yesterday, it was okay. I saw some competition, but I want to see people score more than 15 points. If I'm watching Shea or if I'm watching Jason Tatum or anything, I want to see more than just 2 points.
Yeah, when you're playing to 40, I guess
game.
there's no chance for anybody to really go off, right?
No, there's not a chance for anybody to really go off, and that's what kind of makes it weird. The thing I did like the Young Bucks playing against the other guys, because it really actually put some stake in the game. Because before that, everybody else played halfway defense, threw a couple of threes up. You might see a lob or two, but other than that, they were kind of we playing with each other. The young Bucks got injected, and then all of a sudden nobody wants to lose to Dalton Knecht, which, by the way, if you watch the game, that's our guy.
That's our guy. Yeah. All right, Deuce. Thank you, man. So Kevin Hart not getting a lot of love on the phones today.
I'm kind of with him. I think he's sort of worn out his welcome.
Let's go to Brandon. Brandon, you're on Sports Graffiti. What do you think of Kevin Hart?
I'll agree. I mean, I'm not really the biggest fan. That wasn't my point, though.
Go ahead, man.
In like you guys.
Yeah.
To the NBA All-Star game, but got to give props to the NHL, man. I know you guys are going to have Luke on tomorrow, but they figured it out. Those 3 fights, whoo! I wanted to jump through my screen and punch somebody.
Right, it was 3 fights in the first 3 seconds, right?
Oh, yeah. I think it was like within the first 20 seconds, it's like puck drop, fight, puck drop, fight. And then there was one by the goal, but just NBA and other sports have to learn from the NHL because that was just awesome to watch. Great shows, great entertainment, and I think they figured it out. And then shout out to Greg. Power move by him. Good dad to take his daughter to a concert that she wanted to go to. Got to give him his love.
There you go. All right, Brandon, thank you. That was your daughter's...
Yeah, that's the.
Is that one of her favorites?
Yeah, that was the first concert that she's been to. That was one that she wanted to go to. I've taken her to like the Hollywood Bowl and to other
What did
concerts.
you think of the show?
It
I
was
know.
really cool.
I don't know from Tyler, the creator.
I did not know any of his stuff. I actually really like it now, and I've been listening to it. It was a really good show.
Did he do Earthquake? Because that's maybe my favorite Tyler, the Creator song. Not that you. I guess if you
Greg
don't
is
know,
like,
if you don't know Tyler, you probably
know
don't know
what?
the song. But I do know.
Riley's got video of it.
yeah, she does.
Good point.
Balloon. I really liked Balloon.
Okay.
Dochi.
All right. Let's get, so a lot of love for Tyler the Creator and not so much for Kevin Hart today. Let's go to Josh. Josh, you're on Sports Graffiti. What's happening, Josh?
Hey, what's up, guys? So I got 3 things on the plate. You guys can take your pick.
Cool.
So the first thing is Max McClung. He's got a higher point average than Bronny. Sign him somewhere. Second thing is Kim Kardashian. What the hell is she doing on SNL? She has no business. And lastly, if I give you these names, Luka, Wemby, the Wagner twins, any other international, Jokic, you put them on one team and play the Americans, I will watch.
So you're saying international versus Americans works for you? All right, he's gone.
He's gone.
Yeah, I mean, we've done that.
That's what Giannis wants.
I feel like they did it before.
We did do that.
Yep.
Maybe it would be better. It can't be worse.
I think we also just have to stop expecting the All-Star game to be like a regular season game.
We have to lower the bar a lot on this.
Just roll out the balls, let them do their thing. If you get 10 minutes of defense at the end, great. Otherwise, it's just open gym.
But like you can do USA versus the world, yes, it's open gym. So if they're not going to try, it's not going to make it better. They have to actually try. I think I saw somewhere that they want to do. Adam Silver wants to do one-on-one tournaments next year.
That's interesting.
That could be interesting.
That could be fun.
That could be really interesting. Yeah,
I could watch some one-on-one.
I would watch one-on-one. Let's go to Peter. Peter, you're on Sports Graffiti. What's happening, Peter?
Hey, what's up, boys? I want to piggyback on this USA versus the world. I think what they've done before is the Rising Stars, the first year and the second year. They did a USA World kind of thing, but I don't think we've done it in the big boys game. But I love what Giannis was saying, and this is something we've talked about with a bunch of buddies. If it's USA versus the world, and every year it bounces from a U.S. City to either Paris or to London, suddenly when you've got the Americans playing all the Euros, you want to beat them, especially on their home court. These guys are going to go all out, and sometimes watching teammates go head to head. Seeing USA World and then doing it on the international stage, that grows basketball, and these guys are going to play hard.
Okay, that's interesting. So why isn't it more? It could be more like the Ryder Cup. Right? Isn't this what the Ryder Cup does? 1 year it's there, 1 year it's here. It goes back and forth between the two. What would the All-Star game, how would it be different? And there's a lot of travel and all that stuff. If they played in Paris or they played in, some European city that was, the heart of basketball in Europe.
So is there enough world All-Stars and enough? I mean, there's enough U.S. All-Stars for sure. There's plenty of USA All-Stars. But is there a huge difference in the amount of people that are in the U.S. versus the world? People are going to get knocked out from the U.S. version of it, and you might not have enough for the entire world. I don't know.
Here's an idea. What about making All-Star Weekend and that Sunday like the the championship of the NBA Cup.
The championship of the NBA Cup.
Because, I mean, people seem to love the tournament, that in-season tournament, and the players play hard for that. Why not just make that whoever you play your preliminaries, whatever, early in the season.
Oh, you mean make it the...
And make that, that's the championship game of the NBA Cup.
But are you saying the play-in tournament? Or I'm not the play-in tournament, the in-season tournament?
Yeah.
Their problem is they make a lot of money from the in-season tournament, and they make a lot of money for All-Star Weekend, so they don't want to...
So it's like having your birthday on Christmas.
They don't want to...
Like you don't want...
Exactly. They don't want to give up all the money on one day. Let's go to Bobby. Bobby, you're on Sports Graffiti. What's happening, Bobby?
Hey, what's up? So I just wanted to say, to save the NBA, I think all they got to do is help players evolve. And in order to do that, they just got to make the court just a little bit bigger all around, overall. And to save the All-Star game, have it be formatted differently. Like the first quarter could only be like layups and points in the paint. Second quarter is only mid-range shots. Third quarter, three-pointers. And then fourth quarter is, I think, everything.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I mean, it's interesting.
You have to figure out how, if you take a three-point shot outside
Sports
of it,
Graffiti has become how to fix the NBA. Let's get one last idea in. Let's go to Jason. Jason, you're on Sports Graffiti. What's up, Jason?
Hey, what's going on, guys? Just wanted to touch on the All-Star game. You got to take it back to East versus West, and we got to get rid of these uniforms and have them wear their actual jersey from their team like they used to do in the old days. Yeah, man, and these guys are spoiled, man. For them to have to come up with some sort of incentive to play hard for an All-Star game for these fans that spend their hard-earned money, I think it's a joke, and it goes to show what kind of leadership it's under with Adam Silver. And, yeah, pretty much that. And I wanted to give a quick shout-out to USC Baseball. They actually went 3-0 over this last weekend at Great Park Sports Complex in Irvine. If anybody's ever in the area, just go out to the games. They're free. This team is actually pretty good, man, and we have a shot to actually get to the College World Series. So go out and support. Shout out Avery, the second baseman for the team.
All right,
fight
Jason,
on, man.
Thank you. Yeah, fight on. Good. So USC baseball doing well. We're not carrying any of the USC baseball games.
It's been a long time since SC baseball.
What about if they go to the College World Series? Would we carry some USC baseball?
I don't know if we have those rights. Do you want to hear?
I'll definitely go and do some PvP for you out there in Omaha if that's what you need.
You would love to.
I'd love to.
Yeah,
would absolutely love it.
It'd be fun. All right, hey, it is Michelob Ultra Reaction Monday, reacting to the NBA All-Star Weekend and everything else. Thanks to Michelob Ultra, 2.6 carbs, 95 calories, only worth it if you enjoy it. I saw a show this weekend, and I'm going to put a question to you guys. What are the 3 best Quentin Tarantino movies? We'll do that coming up next. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
What's up, kiddos? It's Clinton Yates, the Big CY. You've seen me on your television. You've read what I write because I am first and foremost a journalist. And that's why I'm on live 5 days a week from 7 to 9 a.m. on Clinton and Friends. On my new show, we're going to talk about what I find interesting in the sports world, from college coaches that think they're bigger than the sport to who I will pay to go see live. So pop that radio on early before Travis and DeMarco and make Clinton and Friends part of your daily routine from 7 to 9 a.m. on ESPN 710, kiddos.
This February, NextGen is making it easy to show someone you care with their Buy a Membership, Give a Membership special. When you sign up to become a NextGen VIP, you'll have the opportunity to gift someone you care about a 6-month VIP membership absolutely free. With a NextGen membership, you'll both enjoy priority service, exclusive discounts, and peace of mind all year long. Don't wait. Call 833-3-NEXTGEN today to take advantage of this limited time offer.
NEXGEN, call 833-3-NEXTGEN.
Hey guys, it's Cap. Here's the scenario. Your home is flooded and the damage is severe. Now it feels like your insurance company is turning on you. They won't approve a replacement living arrangement, and the adjuster leaves you in the lurch. Take a breath and call Avner Gatt, one of Southern California's largest public adjuster firms. Avner Gatt knows how to fight back when your insurance company makes you feel like a criminal, leaving you with no hope of getting into your home and getting it all back together. With decades of experience and a passion for helping people, Avner and his family take the call themselves. So whether you have a toilet overflow, a broken water line, a burst supply line, a broken fire sprinkler, whatever the water damage is, you call Avner Gatt today at 818-917-5256, or you go to avnergatt.com. It's 818-917-5256 or avnergatt.com. You call, Avner answers, he says hello. Your claim is our game. avnergatt.com.
National Margarita Day, because tequila, lime, and salt solve problems my therapist can't. Now your top reasons to visit Morongo.
Celebrate National Margarita Day, and then book your stay for the same night. Get a room for as low as $109.
Number 2.
Get a supersonic portable radio when you earn 500 points on your rewards card. The 25th.
And the number 1 reason.
Ricky Smiley, live March 29th.
Morongo, good times.
Robinhood Gold members can now enjoy the VIP treatment, receiving a 3% IRA match on annual retirement contributions. With Robinhood Gold, the perks of the high net worth are now available for any net worth. The new gold standard is here with Robinhood Gold. To receive a 3% boost on annual IRA contributions, sign up at Robinhood.com/gold. Investing involves risk. 3% match requires Robinhood Gold at $5 a month for 1 year from first match. Must keep funds in IRA for 5 years. Go to Robinhood.com/boost. Robinhood Financial LLC member SIPC. Gold membership is offered by Robinhood Gold LLC.
This Black History Month, National University honors those who have broken barriers and paved the way for future generations. If you're a parent and a professional, a dreamer and a doer, NU is here to support you with flexible online classes and career-focused resources, so you can earn your degree while balancing work, family, and everything in between. Visit nu.edu to learn more. That's nu.edu.
Mason in Ireland on 710.
I've got to be honest. I have no idea how you do it.
I'm not sure how I do it.
I would not. Would not be my scene.
More of Mason in Ireland right now.
Hear this? What do you think of?
Pulp Fiction.
Pulp Fiction. Absolutely. So I went to. There's in Inglewood. There's this brand new venue. It's called Cine Vita. Cine Vita.
Okay.
Okay, and it is this gigantic circus tent that they call a Spiegel tent.
Okay.
Which is like a Belgian concept, and there are 3,000 mirrors inside this circus tent.
Okay.
And they're doing a show that is a tribute to all of Quentin Tarantino's movies and all of the music from those movies, and it is great. It's a live performance show. It's by a group called For the Record, and I saw them do Love Actually. You probably heard us talk about that show. Bergman, did you see Love Actually?
I did, yes.
Yeah, they
2
do
years
that.
ago.
They do that. They did a Brat Pack show in Hollywood. They tested this Tarantino show in Hollywood, and now they've moved it to the Spiegel tent. Strong recommend. Really, really cool spot. And if you love Tarantino movies, this is absolutely perfect for you. So it's called Cine Vita, and it is in Inglewood. Just another great venue in Inglewood. It's amazing. Yeah. So
this thing's pretty cool. I'm looking at a Spiegel tent, and it looks like are you looking at the tent above you? Like it looks like there's seats around a table.
There are seats at a table, and then the circus tent, the Spiegel tent, is all around you. Think of a circus tent, but with mirrors and stained glass all over the inside.
So all the inside, and the tent part of the top, can you look at the top and see things as well, or is it just around the sides?
No, you can see stuff on top.
Kind
Yeah,
of like Cosm's, like it goes all the way up.
oh,
and
it's
around.
not. It's not like immersed reality
No.
like that.
It's just all around you.
Right, it's all, and they're singing around you, and they're performing around you, so they're coming through the.
Oh,
the
so they're all
tables and stuff.
performing it within the tent, but the background, the mirrors are like just the scenery.
Part of a Spiegel tent.
Yeah,
a Spiegel tent,
of course, because everyone knows there's a
the
Spiegel
old-
tent.
the old Spiegel
The
tent.
old Spiegel
The old
tent.
Spiegel tent.
That's very cool.
And I'm pretty sure it is Spiegel. Spiegel.
It looks
tent.
Spiegel.
Yeah.
Spiegel.
Belgian, right? That sounds.
It
sounds
is.
Right.
It's Cine Vita, and you got to check that out. Today is a very famous, actually, 3 great Americans born on this date.
Okay.
Michael Jordan. 62 years old.
Wow.
The guy who my dad and Michael Thompson and everybody of a certain age would say is the greatest running back of all time.
Jim Brown.
Jim Brown's birthday. And, great American. Scott Kaplan's birthday
Of
today.
course.
Hey, Cappy.
Burying the lead there.
So it's Jordan, Jim Brown, and Cappy all on one day. I think that we should get Cappy on. He's off today, but we should get him on and wish him a happy birthday. At least.
Sending him a text.
Yeah,
All
good. Text him. All right, so there's a interesting thing that happened. Draymond Green did his podcast over the weekend, and he talked about the All-Star weekend. Actually, this wasn't from the podcast. This is just him talking about the All-Star game yesterday and his take on it. Needless to say, it's going to become a beloved tradition.
You work all year to be an All-Star, and you get to play up to 40, and then you're done. This is so unfair to Victor Wembanyama, who just took this game really seriously, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, who just took this game really seriously. When you talk about chasing after the points records, Melo and Kobe and all these guys who've had great scoring nights, they don't get the opportunity to do that with this game. Also, we can watch some rising stars. We're about to watch the Olympic team. Now we get the treat of watching the Olympic team play against a U19 team. Come on, what are we doing? This is ridiculous.
Yeah, Kenny's team is done, by the way. Chuck won. Kenny's team was one that's eliminated. Yes. Yeah, so SGA's still in it, Victor in it. But you're talking about the scoring records that we've heard. Tatum leading all scores, 55 a few years ago. It's harder to catch now.
They can't do that. They don't get to etch their name in the history books. It's the reason you get an All-Star, Kobe Bryant All-Star MVP award.
Scale of 1 to 10, your thoughts of the format?
10 being the best?
Yes.
A 0.
A 0? Wow. So, look, the All-Star game is clearly never going to be what it was years ago.
No, and like to keep bringing up the Kobe thing, like it's just, that's gone. Let's let it go.
Yeah.
Let's let it go.
Yeah.
That time has passed us by. Like I feel like Draymond wants playoff intensity in the All-Star game. And it's just not.
No, you're not going to get it. You're not going to get it. And it's a television event and all that stuff. 7 million people watched, which is about 3 times what would normally watch an NBA game. So it's a ratings success. It was up 15% from last year, despite the fact that Kevin Hart apparently was just awful. All we know is you open the phones and you say, talk about anything, and we got a bunch of calls about Kevin Hart was terrible on the All-Star game.
I just saw
he
on
must
Twitter.
have been incomparably bad.
Everything I saw on Twitter about this game was, God, Kevin Hart is terrible.
Kevin Hart
Why
is
is Kevin
terrible.
Hart here? He's there. He's terrible. That's all I saw.
Yeah, I think that in terms of the game and it's broken and it's not fun and it's boring and all that stuff, I think that's now it's gone way too far.
Well, it also doesn't help when the people who are supposed to kind of be ambassadors for the game are the ones dumping on it, right?
Right.
Like, Draymond Green dumping on the All-Star game doesn't help.
Well, I mean, Charles
at all.
Barkley. All these guys talk, negatively about the game, negatively about the All-Star weekend. And I understand the All-Star weekend part, but I don't understand the negative about the game repetitively over and over again without any suggested solutions. I mean, I still think the NBA is a great game. I still love watching NBA games. I am so excited for the final 30 games of the season with Luka and LeBron on the floor together. I mean, I think the NBA is an elite game, an elite viewing experience. Can it be fixed? Sure. Can it be improved? Yes. But is it good as it is? Yes.
Also, I feel like the athletes now, there are greater athletes in the NBA now than there have ever been.
Yes.
I mean, the talent level, the skill level of these guys is higher than it has ever been. And I think at some point it does have to become, let's highlight what's good about the game. Let's highlight the Wembanyama's, the Shai Gilgeous-Alexanders, like all these guys, because obviously we can't lean on LeBron and Steph and KD forever. These guys are getting older. They're going to start retiring soon. So why not start highlighting the guys who are going to be there for the next few years to help build the game and grow the game instead of just they shoot too many threes, it's boring. Like, let's start kind of highlighting what's good about the sport.
Right. I mean, we're leaning, the national media, I think, is leaning too far into the NBA is boring. The NBA is dull. This is like the big national narrative. And the truth is that the game is still unbelievably entertaining.
It's still really good, and it's interesting too because if you go on Twitter, like you see just highlights of the games because most people don't watch every single
Sit down
game.
and watch a game.
I mean, there's guys like Trudell and Sedano that have League Pass and they watch everything out there and they love everything about it. But the average fan like us, we see what's on Twitter, so we see the highlights. There's still some really cool highlights. Every time Anthony Edwards does something,
sure,
it's amazing. Anytime
every time
Wemby,
John Morant dunks, it's on there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although he said that he doesn't want to dunk anymore.
Yeah,
and
but that
kinda
lasted
takes
for like
away.
a week.
Yeah.
He started like, I'm not going to dunk this year. And then like a week later, I see a highlight of him dunking.
He's like one of the fun guys to watch dunk because
Yeah.
he gets he's a smaller guy and still gets so high.
Just can jump over anybody. He's just a phenomenal athlete. So there's still a lot of good within this game. I think we just criticize a little bit.
And by that, and way more good than not.
Yes. Yeah, especially now when here in LA.
JJ Redick is totally right. He had that quote. I don't know if you can find that, but it's like national media stop. As a national media person, do you have some responsibility to be like, hey, look at our game? Don't you think you have some responsibility for that?
I do. I mean, I think if you're, if you're a writer, if you're a columnist, like I sort of get it. But I think especially if you are on a broadcast, if you are Draymond Green or Charles Barkley and you were on TNT, right? And this doesn't mean sugarcoating it or papering over the things that aren't good, but you do have I think an obligation to your audience a little bit to sort of try to make it exciting. Like basically, if I'm watching the game or whatever, and Charles Barkley doesn't want to be here, well then why do I want to be here?
Right. You never heard a baseball announcer say, This game's terrible. This game is the worst. It's become unwatchable.
John Smoltz kind of leans into that a little bit.
Yeah, he does.
John Smoltz is a little bit of the back in my day guy.
But not bagging on the game necessarily.
No, he just I think style of play is sort of his.
So does it hurt that Draymond is the one he's actually playing the game and talking about how bad it is right now?
First of all, I think Draymond is going to be an elite broadcaster.
Yes.
I mean, no,
he really will be.
He is going to be tremendous.
He will take over for Barkley. Whenever Barkley's done, I think he slides right into that role.
But why bag on the game that is going to provide the career for the rest of his life?
You want to be honest?
Yes, honest. But you also want to be positive.
Yeah, but you're also playing the game still. You're still an active player.
Right.
It's tough.
It is tough. It is weird. I know what I forgot to ask you guys. What's the 3 best Quentin Tarantino movies? Do you have a list?
Sure.
I can make one very quickly.
One.
Yeah, make one quickly. We'll do it next. Then we've got some What's Up, Fool. Let me see. Oh, yeah. And on top of that, he descended into darkness. Do you know who I'm talking about? He descended into darkness.
No.
I'll explain it. Coming up. Mason in Ireland, 710 ESPN. You know, my buddy Jacob Ramrani deals with all kinds of accidents. And I want to talk about the accidents that happen with big rigs or commercial vehicles. When crashes happen with 18-wheelers or commercial vehicles, they're not just another fender bender. These crashes can get ugly: jackknives, rollovers, rear ends, not to mention tire blowouts, cargo spills. They can take out multiple vehicles at once, and the damage can be serious. Figuring out who's responsible is a mess. Could be the driver, the trucking company, even the folks who loaded the cargo. That's where the law offices of Jacob and Ronnie come in. They know how to untangle all that legal stuff and fight for what you're owed if you get into an accident with a commercial van or truck or an 18-wheeler. You don't want to deal with it. I'm telling you, you don't. You want somebody to deal with the insurance company on your behalf. Trust me, last thing you want to do is accept the first offer. You want Jacob if you've been in a crash with a big rig or a commercial vehicle. 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. 844-24-JACOB. Or remember,
accident or injury, call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob.
And if you or a loved one has been injured or lost property due to the recent Eaton wildfires, please call Jacob to join the lawsuit. Together we are LA strong. Mason in Ireland, 710 ESPN.
It's the Travis and DeMarco Show.
Hi, my name is Victoria. I am from Silmar, California, and I just want to say thank you to all the firefighters for everything that you've done. You are so brave, so just amazing and brave, and we appreciate everything you've done for the city.
You know, I want to thank them. You know, without them, the fire wouldn't be the way it is right now. You know, little help like you guys asked for. You know, I got a few bobbleheads, a few jerseys, a few shirts that are brand new, and some baseball cards.
Thank you so much for the first responders and for the firefighters that are helping the community and the people of California and especially Los Angeles. And thank you so much for your work and keep doing what you're doing. You guys are the real heroes.
My name's Alfredo Famath and I'm from Silmar, right next to the Hearst fire. We got evacuated, but I really want to thank the firefighters for saving my house and my friends' houses. You know, I appreciate you guys, and without you guys, I I don't know where to be at, probably without a home, but I really appreciate everything you guys do for us.
What's up, everybody? Cappy here, InsideCrypto.com, and I just want to take a second to thank all the first responders, the firefighters, but I'm going to take another direction here. I was talking about it on the air. Our friends at Lazy Dog and LA Live have been feeding all these firefighters. I'm going to send a shout out to all the wait staff who are feeding the firefighters, who can then feel good, be nourished, go to sleep, and then get out there and fight those fires. So to everybody that's helping, appreciate all y'all.
Hey, Henry Ramos here from El Monte. Hey, first responders, thank you for everything you guys are doing, and keep fighting on. And this is for Los Angeles. Thank you guys, and keep going. We love you, LA.
To 23rd, USA versus Panama, followed by Canada versus Mexico. The dream is now. Don't miss the Final Four national teams in the semifinals doubleheader. 1 ticket, 2 matchups. Get your tickets now on Ticketmaster. For more information, visit CONCACAFNationsLeague.com/tickets.
Lowe's knows that your business is built on speed and trust. That's why the Lowe's Pro Desk is here to get you what you need the moment you need it. We'll help you plan your project, calculate your materials, and pivot when your job takes an unexpected turn. And with our pro-only checkout and dedicated pro parking, you have what you need to tackle your job and be back on the job in no time. Just visit us at the Pro Desk. Lowe's knows pros. We help. You save.
Drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds. With that kind of money, you could go big time on a fancy water bottle with ultra titanium alloy metal. You're not sure why you need all that. I mean, it just holds water. But you're getting it anyway, because if you're hiking near an active volcano and you accidentally drop the bottle into molten lava, your water will still be icy cold. Switch to Progressive and you could save big time for water bottles. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states. Potential savings will vary.
And it is Mason and Ireland, the OGs of LA Sports Radio.
Like, that's the problem in the world, is there aren't enough happy shows, fun shows.
Mason and Ireland.
710 ESPN.
And this show is both happy and fun in that order. Marcus Grant is filling in for Ireland today. I got a nice text about you, Marcus.
That's cool.
Yeah, it is from my not stepdad, Leo.
Okay.
I've said it before, but Marcus is a wonderful stand-in partner for you. He's delightful. And according to Mom, he's pleasant to look at, intelligent, and knows not to interrupt.
Oh, well, thank you, not stepdad, Leo.
You feel free to interrupt anytime you want, by the way.
Okay.
Yeah. But you've got the not stepdad Leo seal of approval.
That's awesome.
That's a big seal of approval right there.
It is. I'm still looking for mine.
By the way, you missed a birthday.
Who?
Luke.
It's Luke Robitaille's birthday?
Luke Robitaille's birthday today.
Oh, man.
So you better wish him a happy birthday tomorrow on the Luke Robitaille show.
He was not on my list of birthdays.
Jeez. How could you miss
So
Luke
it's
Robitaille?
Jordan, Luke, Jim Brown, and Cappy. Which of these things does not belong?
Which one does not belong?
Okay, best 3 I was talking about Cena Vida, the brand new venue in Inglewood with the Pop Fiction is the name of the show.
Okay.
This musical production they do with all the Tarantino movies. Top 3 Tarantino movies. He's only made 10, Marcus.
I'm gonna go Pulp Fiction number 1.
Yeah,
because when I saw it in the theater, it changed my view of movies. Can I take Kill Bill as can I take the 2 movies as one?
Yeah, take them as one.
Okay, so I'll take Kill Bills, and this is the last one got tough. I'm gonna go Jackie Brown just slightly ahead of Inglourious Bastards.
Your list is not very far away from mine.
Okay.
Pulp Fiction, number 1. I think it's one of the great films ever made. Jackie Brown is number 2. I love Pam Grier.
Yes.
She is so cool.
And Robert Forster was great.
Oh,
in that
was
movie
excellent in that. And Inglourious Bastards is number 3. Christoph Waltz and the Nazi walking and looking under the floorboards kind of thing. Joining us right now is Scott Kaplan. Cappy, happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Cappy.
Hey, thanks a hell of a lot, man.
So where are you? What are you doing?
Well, I'm listening to you guys. I happen to love it when you guys talk about movies. Like last week when you guys were talking about SNL's 50th anniversary.
Yes.
I freaking love that conversation between you guys.
Yeah, I mean, did you watch it last night?
I did.
What did you think of the SNL special?
I thought, thank goodness it was on while the NBA All-Star game was on. Otherwise, I'd have been stuck having to watch the NBA All-Star game.
It is totally true. It is totally true. Now, what will Cappy do to celebrate his birthday? Exactly where are you right now?
Well, Mace, you'll appreciate this, and Marcus, I hope you do as well. I started this morning with an F-45 class.
Good for you,
Very
man.
good.
Good for you.
Yeah. Then two of my 3 daughters surprised me by coming home this weekend.
Oh,
so
nice.
We went to a brunch.
Cool.
I am taking my daughter to the airport right now. And I think I'm not supposed to know, but I think Rachel arranged for like a whole bunch of my friends to be somewhere for the
Oh, wait a minute. Is it a surprise party?
I think it was supposed to be, but
Does
I think
she know
one of my
you know?
friends dropped the ball. I don't think she knows that I know.
Oh.
Well, you have to make sure she doesn't know you know.
You got to be a good actor now.
Be a good actor. Now you know there's a part, but now the reaction's going to be hard. You got to act out the reaction, knowing
Right,
that it's coming.
Right, because there was no plan in place per se.
Mm-hmm.
I've decided, Mace, you'll actually love this. I've decided to give up on making plans. I no longer make plans.
Okay, so what does that mean?
It means that I'm wide open and available for whatever is my best option at that moment.
Huh.
All
Okay.
right. Just go with the flow.
Is it ever Shadano and Cap?
Oh, no, Sedano and Cap is on my calendar every day.
Every day, right. So you are scheduling that.
Yes, that I schedule, but anything outside of work, I'm keeping an open calendar.
Now, Cappy, March the 21st. I started
I have
this
that on my
weekend.
calendar.
My birthday party is March the 21st, Marcus. Put it in your calendar.
March 21st. Okay.
Save the date.
Okay.
You know, they always say
Yes.
save the date.
Mhm.
So I was trying to figure out like what card to send out, like invitation and all that stuff this weekend. It's a lot of pressure trying to come up with a way to do it. I'm going to lead with 60. I'm going to lead with I'm 60. How old are you, Cappy?
Double nickels.
Oh, nice.
Look at you.
Yes. So I'm gonna lead with 60 years old. Why not?
Wow. 60 and hot.
Yes.
So this is your
Aged to perfection.
This is your Hershiser year, is what you're saying, huh? That's what we're doing here?
Yes, it is.
Your Hershiser year.
Well, Cappy, when are you back tomorrow?
I am back tomorrow. You know, Mace and Marcus, I really would like to say, if you don't mind, and I know we don't like to get political on the station, but I have to make a political statement right now.
Oh, here we go.
Okay.
Here we go.
I have a real problem with people in America who take off of work on the day of their birthday. I think that is for losers.
That's what you did.
But you're off.
No, hold on a second. There's a technicality. Today is a national holiday, and Bergman did not schedule me for the air today.
Okay, Bergman, did you schedule Cappy for the air today?
He is not scheduled today because he asked for it off.
Right, because you asked for it off, Cappy.
No. Hold on a second. Bergie, you know that that's not the way it went down. You and I had a conversation about the office of the presidency of the United States of America and the history of the presidency of the United States of America. And you said, since you seem to be such a presidential scholar, perhaps this is a national holiday you should take off. So you essentially gave it to me.
Yes, I said that because it is President's Day, albeit also your birthday, that yes, you and you alone should have that day off.
See, I'm a big believer to work on your birthday.
I am too. I agree.
Except for this year. Except for double nickels.
It just so happens that it falls on a national holiday. I can't be blamed for that.
Right. No, you're right.
Of course not.
Well, Cappy, we wanted to get you on the line to wish you a happy birthday. It sounds like things are going well. We wish you much success in pretending your surprise party is a surprise.
Practice your surprise face.
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to work on that, as a matter of fact, right away.
Excellent.
I appreciate you guys calling me. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
That
Happy
means a lot.
birthday, man. We love you.
Thank you.
All right. There's Cappy. I'm always blown away by the amount of time that Cappy discusses his schedule on the air.
You know,
okay, I'm off next Thursday, and then George is in Minnesota, and I'm here in South, and it's always his schedule. I'm off on this day. I'm not off on that day. Wait a minute. You didn't tell me I had to work. Wait a minute. Combo plate. Nobody told me. Much of the conversation with Cappy is about his schedule. That's why it's so weird that he said he's not going to pay attention to his schedule anymore.
Right. That's all he cares about.
He's never paid attention.
He actually goes through and he puts it all into his phone and then forgets about it the day after he put it into his phone. It's not actually doing anything.
Yeah. But we love Cappy.
We love Cappy.
We love Cappy.
He's one of a kind.
Yes, he is. Thank God. All right, coming up next for you, going to do some What's Up, Fool. Brian's got stuff for us. Maybe Bergman's got something. Marcus Grant's in for John 710 ESPN.
The city of champions just got even brighter.
From Slovenia, Luka Doncic.
Luka's rocking the purple and gold, teaming up with LeBron, the king himself.
Here comes LeBron back the other way. LeBron down the middle. Another three. Good again.
And don't forget about Austin Reeves, ready to shine.
Stolen by Austin Reeves. Reeves to the rim. Slam dunk for a new career high.
Catch all the action, all the passion, all the drama, all the big shots.
Doncic dribbling one-on-one against Walker Kessler. Three-pointer over Kessler. It's good. Luka's first three is a Laker, and the place goes nuts.
Follow the Lake Show all season long as they look to make history. Luka, LeBron, and the Lake Show live here.
But how dangerous can this team be?
Very dangerous.
On 710 ESPN.
There are some things you wouldn't mind being stuck with, like a large unexpected inheritance. An always on the verge of death phone that has to be plugged in just right so it charges is not one of those things. Switch to Verizon and we'll pay off your old phone, up to $800 via prepaid MasterCard, so you can get a new one. Just trade in any phone from our top brands on any unlimited plan. With new line on My Plan. Additional terms apply for trade-in and pay off your phone offer. See Verizon.com for details.
A great lawn is like a great sports team. It takes expertise and a little extra care to really stand out. That's where True Green comes in. They're the official lawn care treatment provider of the PGA Tour, so they know a thing or two about keeping grass looking like a fairway. It's more affordable than you think, and they'll even match any competitor's price. Plus, True Green backs it all up with a satisfaction guarantee. Head to TrueGreen.com today. Let the pros do the work while you sit back and enjoy the results.
NextGen, the official air conditioning, heating, plumbing, and electrical team of SoCal sports fans. Breathe easier with NextGen. NextGen is offering ESPN LA listeners a special deal to help you enjoy cleaner, safer air all year long. For a limited time, LA homeowners can get a whole home air purifier, a $1,250 value, free with any heating and AC installation. That's right. Protect your home and loved ones with cleaner, safer air while enjoying top-notch heating and cooling. If you're concerned about the air quality in your home or have allergy problems, call NextGen and breathe easy with indoor air quality solutions to fit any budget. NextGen has the same or next day availability because your family's safety and comfort are always our top priority. Don't wait. Call 833-3NEXTGen. That's 833-3NEXGEN to schedule your $88 tune-up today. And don't forget, if it's time for a replacement, NextGen can help with that too.
NEXGEN. Call 833-3NEXTGen.
Did you know your skin is the largest organ of your body? Huh? That's why you should shower with Old Spice Super Hydration Body Wash instead of plain old bar soap. Love your skin by super hydrating it with vitamin B3 and glorious notes of vanilla and shea. Did you know that my super hydrated skin is the second largest organ of my body? The first is my heart. Old Spice. Men have skin too. Old Spice Super Hydration Body Wash. 24/7 renewing moisture. With daily use.
Welcome to TGL presented by SoFi, golf's newest league. It's sharp and it's electric. How is it sharp? How is it electric? Good questions. Try this on for size. 2 hours of hammer dropping, overtime, forcing, playoffs on the line, golf. With 24 of the best players from the PGA Tour, split into 6 teams. Atlanta, Boston, Jupiter, LA, New York, and the Bay. This isn't your average Sunday pickup game. Tune in every week for TGL matches, only on ESPN. Keep up. It's golf.
Mason and Ireland on LA's mega sports station.
I'm going to come out with something right here. I don't work as hard as John Ireland and have no interest in it.
Right now, more of Mason and Ireland on 710.
What's Up, Fool is brought to you by Dos Hombres Mezcal. It's fate. It's friendship. It's mezcal. Dos Hombres.
Thank you, Brian. So, over this weekend, didn't watch too much of the NBA stuff, so I watched a bunch of random movies. Like I said, I watched The Gorge.
Yeah, The Gorge. That's a movie, not a series.
Correct, yeah.
Right.
Another movie I watched was Bottoms. It was, I think it was on Amazon Prime. Pretty
Ayola Dabiri.
quirky. I think so.
Marshawn Lynch is in it, right?
So that was
I
my
don't think I
question
know
here.
that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Marshawn Lynch happened to be in a movie. He was like a high school teacher. Caught me very by surprise the first scene he was in. Pretty hilarious in the movie. It also was announced today that he's going to be a cast member for Euphoria, the HBO show.
Wait a minute, Marshawn Lynch is going to be on
that.
Euphoria?
That seems
now, I've
to
never
not
seen the
match.
show Euphoria, but I can't imagine how
not really a comedy.
Marshawn Lynch fits in with Zendaya and
Right.
all those guys.
Right. Yeah, knowing what it's about, it just doesn't seem to fit.
No, but anytime I see Marshawn on TV, for me it's pure entertainment.
Yes.
He is the gold standard of ex-athlete now in the media.
Yep.
So I got a question to you. You saw Peyton Manning at SNL. There's a bunch of kind of athletes that are trying to get into the acting kind of world.
Yep.
Who do you think would be good? That's a current athlete now that once they retire, they kind of go in this Marshawn Lynch route of doing all the media, movies, TV.
So I think Travis Kelce can be an analyst if he wants to, a studio host, all that stuff. I think Travis Kelce, and I've heard, might want to go the road of The Rock, that he may want to train and take acting lessons and all the stuff that The Rock did to become an action hero as opposed to being an NFL analyst. So I think he would be my choice. I also thought Aaron Donald would be a really good action hero.
Yeah, because he's already built like the Hulk.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
So, I'm trying to think who would be a good. I think a guy like Baker Mayfield, right?
Sure.
He's kind of goofy. He's kind of got a personality. I think somebody like that would be. I'm trying to think somebody if you need local pro athletes who might be
local
good.
pro athletes who would be good in a movie. That's a good question.
We've seen LeBron's acting skills.
Right,
in
we know
Space Jam,
LeBron.
you know, yeah.
And Trainwreck. He was great in Trainwreck.
Right.
Very funny.
I think I would have thought
Anthony Davis, supposedly his prank show's really good.
Oh, he has a prank show?
Anybody
see yesterday.
It came out yesterday. I didn't see it, but I saw a bunch of reaction on Twitter. People think it's really, really funny. And it's set in L.A. because he was a Laker when he did this thing. So it's a lot of L.A. local athletes that he's pranking. So Anthony Davis, he's doing a prank show. Anybody else in L.A., Bergman, that you think would break out as an actor? I was just going to say
Mookie Betts.
Yeah.
Mookie Betts is always the answer because it seems like Mookie would just be good at everything.
He can do everything.
Super
yeah.
likable.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, I mean he would be good.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, that's
just
kinda it.
That's it.
When I was thinking about it, a lot of it, was the NBA, NFL. There wasn't too many MLB guys that I thought he would be a good character. Per se.
I feel like a
Bryce
Kike
Harper.
Hernandez would be
Oh,
good.
he'd be good.
But not as he wouldn't carry the film, but he'd be
No,
a nice
he'd be more
cameo,
of a
right?
utility
Like
actor.
he pops in.
You could put him anywhere in a movie and he'd be fine.
Well played.
Joe Kelly.
Joe Kelly's
Kelly
got
is a
some
nut.
swagger to him.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, he does.
Mm-hmm.
Bryce Harper, not local, but Bryce
Harper, yeah.
Yeah.
What's up, fool?
Speaking of baseball, I saw this. College baseball is now underway. Caller shout out USC, apparently 3-0.
Yeah, nice.
The number one team in the country is Texas A&M, the Aggies. They got a little controversial this weekend on their sports media website. Apparently, they have a stipulation in there that says players will not be available after a loss. And they got a bunch of criticism saying that doesn't seem right. They started off the season 2-0. They are currently the number one ranked team, so they haven't had to test this theory so far.
Right.
The criticism, they have gone and changed their website, and they've taken out the line of players will not speak
So
after
you
a
are
loss.
now allowed to talk to players after
Correct.
a loss?
So, but they haven't been able to test it yet because they haven't had
a
an
loss.
actual
Right,
loss.
right.
But the question is, do you think it's fair for college kids to skip out on, the media, post-game media after a loss, or is it kind of open them up to more criticism?
I think you've got to face the music after a loss. And by the way, there's something you learn from that experience. It makes you tougher. It changes your attitude a little bit. It humbles you. All that stuff comes along with those conversations. And as somebody I mean, what would we do without post-game interviews with people who lose? I mean, who happen to lose? To me, that's a lot of what makes this stuff interesting is how you handle defeat.
Yeah, I go back and forth, right? Because these guys aren't. I know some of them, a lot of them are making money through NIL, but they're not being paid necessarily to play a sport. And so, I sort of, on the one hand, I'm like, yeah, maybe not. But to your point, Mace, it is something about, especially for those athletes who plan to go on and play at the next level.
Right.
You're not going to be able to avoid that when you're playing Major League Baseball, NBA, NFL, WNBA, whatever it may be. And I think this is a good training ground to sort of learn that sort of thing. Plus, most reporters, especially beat reporters, aren't out to get you because they got to talk to you every day. They don't necessarily want to create a confrontational atmosphere sort of thing.
I'm reading a note that says every Texas A&M baseball player is making $500,000 in NIL.
That's not bad.
Pretty good deal.
Do your interview.
That's not bad.
Seriously,
Well,
do
especially
your
'cause,
interview.
Well, at least the way it used to be in college baseball is that not everybody has a full scholarship. There's only so many scholarships.
Now, Texas A&M has one of the top 5 NIL collectives there is. So they obviously some of it is spilled over to baseball. If you're making $500,000, you can do an interview after you lose a game.
What's up, Fu?
So we know Hard Knocks has tried to do the off-season thing. They do the in-season now. They have a couple different variations. The off-season one with the Giants this last year didn't go over too well with the...
Not for the Giants.
Right, for the Giants. There's been some rumors I saw today that it's that the Eagles, there's a bunch of people that are, you saw the worst team now. Let's see the best team, how they're kind of run. A lot of GMs, though, said that they do not want to do this, and they're kind of shunning away. Are you surprised that they don't want to they look in, especially after all the clips we got from the Giants, like, oh, we're going to look stupid if Saquon goes. Who should we draft? Drafting the wrong guys. They hit on neighbors, but are you surprised that GMs don't want this stuff out there?
I am not surprised. I think it is, without question, distraction. Now, if I'm an owner, I probably want to promote my brand. So as an owner, I would say yes. As a coach, I would say I don't think I want cameras here. I don't think I want everybody to see and hear what we're saying in our private conversations. But if I'm an owner, I want my brand to be out there. So, but I do understand why coaches and general managers don't want it.
Yeah, no, I'm not a little bit surprised that nobody wants to do it, especially because it went so badly for the Giants. The Saquon thing, just all the front office moves that they made that kind of blew up in their faces. I was sort of surprised at the concept of it to begin with. I didn't necessarily know that the inner workings of the offseason and contract negotiation and roster building was going to be that interesting to an audience, which apparently it was. So I guess shout out to the NFL Films for that part of it. But I can't imagine any GM wants to be put up on or under a microscope like that after seeing what happened to the Giants.
Yeah, it's kind of like whoever draws the short straw is on Hard Knocks. Yep. Normally it's like there are 3 teams that haven't done it and somebody's going to have to. Like the Eagles have never done it before.
We've gotten to the point, though, where the league is basically having to force teams. Nobody wants Hard Knocks cameras around anymore.
Not at all.
What's up, Fu?
So during the All-Star, weekend, all that festivities, I was watching SNL, so I tried to keep turning over. Every time I turned over, it was a commercial. I probably flipped over 15 times. It was a commercial every single time. I don't think I saw any action. The one thing I did catch, though, was the, about 4 or 5 minutes of Mr. Beast.
Did you see the halftime or the half-court shot?
The logo shot, I think is what they were calling it. But my question here is, so it took about 5 minutes for him to sink the shot. Bunch of shots. Dame Lillard, I feel like, was kind of missing shots on purpose.
You think he was missing on purpose?
I think he was, giving him a kind of a shot here.
Okay.
On these kind of shot situations, instead of, Dame giving him the shots, per se, are these more fun if there was a line of people and it was like one shot only kind of deal? Or do you like this one guy had 4 or 5 minutes to make one shot?
Well, when it happens, and I don't know if you've ever been across the street when it happens, but it is like the whole place just
goes berserk.
Goes crazy.
Yeah.
So it's really, really cool when it happens. A line of guys doing it would probably work. I mean, the idea of a half-court shot is cool. How much did this guy get?
$100,000.
$100,000 from Mr. Beast.
Side note, Mr. Beast just had the finale of the Beast Games show on Amazon Prime.
Right.
Gave away the record amount.
Anybody watching that?
No.
Beast Games?
I watched the last episode to see who, won.
Is it good?
$10 million.
Mr. Beast creeps me out.
Okay, so I'm watching Trader. Is Traders anything like Mr. Beast Games?
No, totally different. This is just 1,000 people, I think it was to start, all do different challenges, and sometimes you could do nothing about it. You just lose, and you're
okay.
Like everybody made at least $2,000 if you were on the show, and yeah, it ended up being the guy that won $10 million that he gave away.
That's crazy.
And he got to. I mean, I don't know if I should be giving this away now, but it doesn't matter.
How long?
It's fine.
How long did it?
It was
a week
supposed
or
to
so
be.
ago.
It just ended Thursday. This last Thursday. Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
It was $5 million, and a guy had to flip a coin to get it to $10 million, to double it to $10 million.
Did he opt to do it, or did he have to do it?
No, someone there was like 6 people left, and one person could, if they wanted to, flip a coin, either get knocked out of the game completely or raise the bar from $5 million to $10 million.
Wow.
He flipped a coin, got it, stayed in, won $10 million, and it got to $10 million. He didn't win the whole thing.
Oh, okay. Did not.
Yeah, did not.
Okay.
But it was cool. I really liked it.
Did you see Traders yet?
Yes, I have.
Yeah, I think I'm starting to identify who I think is going to win.
Oh, yeah? Who do you think?
I think Carolyn is going to win.
I agree.
She's one of the great TV reality characters I've seen.
She's just, like, flighty enough that nobody will ever really suspect her.
Right. I wouldn't. If I was in, I don't think I would suspect
She's
her.
a borderline basket case half the time.
She is. She's such an odd person. I don't think anybody can read her.
She almost got knocked out in this last
Very
one.
close.
Very close.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Tom Sandoval, being the idiot that he was.
Tom, the funniest thing.
He makes great TV, though.
Oh my God, it was
Tom
great
Sandoval
TV.
looks like he's been on a 3-day coke bender, like
100%.
all the time.
His eyes are so wide. He's like looking around.
So listen, I hated Tom Sandoval until he did the nursery rhyme bit on this last one.
Oh, that
where
was great. That was when he's singing.
He was so into it too. He was like,
just to. No, I'm not even going to explain it. Just watch Traders. Is really fun. But you know what? Juan says I'm all into it now, and I cannot wait when it's
Thursday?
Traders Day when it's
Yeah.
Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
And he says it's a gateway drug that I'll be watching Housewives soon.
No,
I won't. But
no.
it's funny. This is the first reality show I've really watched.
so apparently, Emily says that Tom Sandoval and Parker Bell look the same.
What?
No.
Not
Parker,
even.
Parker looks like he has his faculties about him.
Yeah,
first
not-
of all, so
Parker,
no,
not even.
no.
This was all Emily. I mean, she texted me at like the first week Traders started. I don't
Yeah,
know.
so not.
Have you guys?
Make your eyes wide.
Have you guys not met before?
Me and Tom. No,
No,
well,
you and Emily.
Yeah, no, it doesn't ring true there.
Yeah, good. Okay, well, I heard he's not.
Parker,
I don't watch it. But I will
Parker
now.
poo. All right.
Thank you.
He doesn't understand the difference between cheating and traders.
That was great.
Right. But I'll tell you what, Tom Sandoval I hated until this last episode, and now I'm like, that guy is.
He's so dumb. He's funny.
Yes. Yeah. Well, like he sort of backed into one, right? Like he got a trader, but his logic and his thought process to get there was a little bit off.
Yes, it was.
Yes, he already knew. Yeah.
He also thought every single person there was a
at one
trader.
time or another. Yes. At one
So he
time or
landed
another, he
on
thought
one.
it was everybody. Nobody takes him seriously until it comes to. If you're not, check out the show. It's really funny.
That's what I got for you today.
Oh, that's what we got. All right, cool. Coming up next, he crawled into darkness. You know who I'm talking about?
I do not.
I'll tell you next. Mason, Ireland, 710 ESPN.
The fun way to drive home is with Sedano and Cap.
Like I said earlier in the week, hey, if you want to soar with the Eagles in the morning, you can't fly with the turkeys at night. You feel me?
Sedano and Cap
Weekdays at 3 p.m.
on 710 ESPN.
When pain keeps you from doing what you love, Hoag Orthopedic Institute gets you back to you. We are ranked number 18 in the nation and number 1 in Orange County for orthopedic and spine care by U.S. News & World Report. From the surf to the green, our world-class doctors are there, which is why more Californians choose Hoag Orthopedic Institute for orthopedic and spine care more than any other hospital. At Hoag Orthopedic Institute, there is no one better at getting you back to you. Proudly founded by premier physicians in partnership with Hoag. Learn more at HoagOrthopedicInstitute.com.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer. Our policy is to provide equal opportunity employment, development, and advancement to all current and potential teammates. If you are an organization that maintains a job bank, provides employment information, or gives job referrals, you may request to be placed on the station's mailing list for future career opportunities. To learn more about careers at Good Karma Brands, please email careers@goodkarmabrands.com.
Plan your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino, official Native American resort and casino of the Los Angeles Lakers. See for yourself what made readers of Newsweek and USA Today name Pechanga the best casino outside of Las Vegas. Pechanga has world-class resort amenities, exceptional entertainment, dining, spa and golf, and 24/7 gaming excitement. The immense casino floor and 1,100 rooms and suites makes Pechanga one of the largest in the country. Skip the traffic, head for Pechanga Resort Casino off the I-15 in Temecula. Visit Pechanga.com or call 888-PECHANGA for reservations.
710 ESPN, your home for the 17-time world champion Lakers.
KSPN Los Angeles, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
There's LeBron and Luka, the dynamic duo taking over the NBA.
I can't believe that we just had an assist, LeBron James to Luka Doncic.
But before that, there was the original duo, the OGs of LA Sports Radio.
Ireland has an idea. I do. I think it's stupid, but there are other ideas out there.
More Mason and Ireland right now.
Okay. I can name this artist. It is Weeknd. The Weeknd.
That's right.
Yeah, this is his big hit right now.
Oh, I don't think I've heard this song.
Yeah.
Oh.
You can tell it's a Weeknd, for sure. All right, so All-Star Weekend happened. Some of you watched. Some of you chose to watch SNL last night, which I thought was fantastic. You know, I grew up on Saturday Night Live. I remember the very first cast. Mm-hmm. And I'm telling you, I have always built my life around being home. This makes me boring, I guess. Being home Saturday night at, it used to be 11:30, now it's 8:30 to watch SNL. Have always loved the show. It was so cool to see so much of the cast come back. There were some people I thought would be, like I thought Billy Crystal would play a role. He didn't really play a role last night.
He was in the audience. I saw him in the crowd.
Bill Hader, I did not see Bill Hader, and, you know, we could have used a little Stefan.
Yeah, I really thought Stefan was going to show up at Weekend Update.
I thought so, too.
Yeah.
Bobby Moynihan showed up on Weekend Update as Drunk Uncle and was so damn funny.
Yep.
I tried to get by. He was just on the Culture Pop podcast, so I tried to get him back. I haven't heard yet, but he was so good. So good. And I thought the Adam Sandler song was really good, sentimental, cool. Mm-hmm. I just think SNL is a piece of American history now. 50 years of SNL. And, you know, when I look back at the years, first of all, the best update there ever has been is Michael Che and Colin Jost.
You think so?
I do.
Over Norm Macdonald.
Norm Macdonald's right there.
Really?
I think it's Che and Jost, Norm Macdonald number 2, Tina and Amy 3.
The bit of
the Bill Murray bit?
That was great.
So funny.
But honestly, the Che Jost bit of like writing jokes that each
oh
other
my God,
where
that's
they have
bit.
to read them sight unseen is amazing.
It's genius.
It's amazing.
It's genius.
That's probably the best Weekend Update bit of all time.
Yeah. Now, do you put Norm Macdonald above?
I put Norm Macdonald above everybody. He just was so funny, and his cadence and everything was perfect. Yeah. Always.
Yeah. Did you hear the one about the just the whole?
It just felt like you were just following along with him the entire time. He was great.
I heard. Remember when he did Letterman? Norm Macdonald did. Hey, you watch the Arliss on the HBO?
Hey, you got any gum?
Got any, Paul, got any gum? You know who I heard did not like that sketch?
David
Letterman. That's like when I used to work with Tom Snyder. People would come on, they go, because everybody did the Dan Aykroyd version of Tom Snyder. And so people would come on and say, Tom, I do you. And Tom just hated it. It would bomb every interview. Let me tell you something, kid.
Shouldn't you like when someone like mimics you?
Not if they're to be mimicked is to have your worst qualities
your flaws out
amplified.
there. Yeah, right?
Right, but it's like
here's
flattery.
all the bad. It is. I think it's flattery.
Yeah.
David Letterman did not.
No, he doesn't. It's like when DeAndre does Funches. It's so...
Funches doesn't like that, does he?
I don't know if he likes it or not.
I don't think he likes it.
But it's very, very funny.
All right, Crawling Out of Darkness. Oh, by the way, I have not heard from anybody from the 3252. If you will sponsor us for an upcoming game, me and Bergman will come and hang out in the 3252 with you, but you got to be sponsored. So we're not sponsored as of yet.
We can't just walk in there.
No, cannot just walk in. There are only 3,252 seats. So if you want to invite us in, whatever your club is within the 3252, tweet at Venice Mace, M-A-S-E, or you can also DM me. My DMs are open. All right, so Crawled Out of Darkness. Ladies and gentlemen, when you think darkness, what do you think?
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Oh, okay. I immediately think Aaron Rodgers.
All right.
I immediately think Aaron Rodgers. So Aaron Rodgers, as you know, the New York Jets have cut ties with him. And I'm going to pull this quote, which I think is so interesting. He begged. I don't want to mischaracterize here. Hang on a second. Here's what he did.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Concerned that his career could end with a whimper, Rodgers, 41, aggressively urged the Jets to stick with him for another season or two. Over the course of the multiple conversations last week, a well-placed source told the Post, when the Jets decided to move on anyway, Rodgers accepted his fate like a man going to the gallows and slipped into the darkness for a few days.
That sounds so
My
depressing.
God.
Like, what?
Did he really say a man going to the gallows?
Yep.
Jeez, that's just annoying.
Like a man going to the gallows and slipped into the darkness for a few days. It's not the first guy to get cut.
What if you said it without whispering? Would that make it better?
No,
it wouldn't.
No.
I'm accentuating.
Right.
Yeah. Darkness for a few days. Now, I am going to go into the darkness for a few days this week.
Okay.
Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, dark. I'm going dark.
Zero Dark Mason?
Zero Dark Mason.
Ooh.
I will check my computer once a day. There will be no television.
No television?
No TV.
So how are you going to watch the Traders? You got to just catch up. You're going to be back a week?
Yeah, I'll be back a week.
Okay.
I'll be back a week. But yeah, we're going somewhere where they do not have TVs.
Is this because like last year I feel like you were doing like a Dude Ranch thing? Is this happening?
The Dude
again?
Ranch actually never happened.
Okay,
it was fun to talk about.
Yeah,
yeehaw! But I never did go to the Dude Ranch. But this is like out in Desert Hot Springs, mineral waters, massages, all that kind of stuff.
That sounds kind of cool.
Meditating and all that business. So, but
I love that stuff.
I do love that stuff. Chances are, if I'm on vacation, I'm soaking in hot water somewhere. So Aaron Rodgers is going to land with. Aaron Rodgers is going to be the quarterback of
the Barstool Podcast Network.
Oh, very well.
I can see the Raiders.
I think it's the Raiders.
The Raiders seem like the right choice.
Yeah.
For him.
Now I wonder how Pete Carroll and Aaron Rodgers would get along, or if they have any relationship.
Not.
I mean, I would think. I think. Pretty sure Pete was at USC when Rodgers was at Cal, so I think he coached against him.
Oh yeah, I
in
remember
college.
a game with Aaron Rodgers that went back and forth in
I
overtime
was at that game. I was at that game at the Coliseum.
I was too. The Coliseum that ended in overtime.
The one where they had I think Cal had like a 1st and goal from the 10 with 4 shots, and Rodgers couldn't score the touchdown.
Yeah, it was. I think that was a triple overtime game.
Something like that. Yeah.
Tell you what, overtime games are hard on your heart. You're like, damn,
not great.
You're like right on the edge. Yeah, I think Aaron Rodgers is going to wind up in Oakland. in Oakland with the Raiders. They'll always be Oakland to me.
It's just, I don't know, like that feels too many bridge pieces, right? Because you already have a bridge coach in Pete Carroll.
Yep.
Like, do you want a bridge quarterback to go along with that?
I think you need a bridge quarterback in Las Vegas because
think
there's
you just
nobody
draft-
that you can go get.
I think you just draft Shador.
Well, you can't get.
I don't think you're
going to
get Shador
unless you trade up for him.
You
don't
have to
enough
trade up.
stuff. If you can get Shador, sure, but you're drafting 6. He's not going to last past 3.
I think the quarterback that is going to break out of this, and I think Cam Ward has a chance to be very good, and Shador Sanders, I think too. I think Jalen Milroe is going to be a really good NFL quarterback.
So everything I've seen is that his legs are amazing, but the arm isn't there yet. It can be. He's going to be somebody that maybe down the line.
So he's Anthony Richardson.
Yes, pretty much.
Right.
Anthony Richardson.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, but I think Cam Ward and actually, no, this mock has got Travis Hunter 1, the edge rusher from Penn State going to Cleveland.
Yeah, I've seen Shador to the Raiders at 6. And
I've seen this is Shador to the Giants, offensive lineman New England, Jaguars defensive lineman, Raiders Ashton Genty.
Okay.
And Jets Cameron Ward.
I don't know if I want a running back that
at 6?
early at 6.
Yeah, but if you do want one, Ashton Genty's the guy you want.
That is probably the guy that you want.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's going to be a horse.
Yeah, that's the one you want.
So, yeah, it'll be interesting to see the way the top of the draft shakes out. I am a Pete Carroll believer. I think Pete Carroll is going to have that team. If it was in a different division, I would say I think it can be a playoff team. I think in that division it is really tough to consider a playoff spot.
So I think it depends on what you think about the Kansas City Chiefs. There are very many people that believe that with this loss in the Super Bowl that they're going to fall off. I don't think that. But I've seen a lot of that online of of talking heads too. It's not; these aren't like people on Twitter,
right? I think they only lost once last year,
twice. But that was at the end of the season.
That last one, like, they didn't try.
Right?
They
Yeah,
didn't play it.
Yeah, right.
Like,
they weren't playing.
They played the walk-ons.
They could have lost like 4, 5, 6 other one of those. They had like a blocked field goal, one that hit the post.
So what's a come down season for the Chiefs? 12-5.
Say like they lose 5 games.
13-4.
Right. So I'm just saying, if you believe in that theory, then that opens it up a little bit more for Pete and the Raiders. But they have a lot of work to do. They need a quarterback.
Yeah,
they
they
sure need a
absolutely do. All right, coming up next for you, which Dodger is most likely to win the Cy Young Award this year? Most likely to win the Cy Young. There are many, many options for sure. And in the meantime, I want to let everybody know that it is a Michelob Ultra Reaction Monday. That means I have no copy in front of me. But we love Michelob Ultra. 2.6 carbs, 35 calories. It's only worth it if you enjoy it. And by the way, it's not 35. I think it's 95. Something like that. We love Michelob Ultra. Mason in Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Travis Rodgers and DeMarco Farr.
Back tomorrow at 9 a.m. after Clinton and Friends.
I don't think I ever heard my mom or dad use a profanity until I was maybe in high school.
Yeah.
And you rarely heard adults use profanities in mixed company. Almost never. Walk through the grocery store.
Yeah.
I can almost guarantee you're going to hear it in the grocery store.
Really?
Like if you really listen, yeah, it's crazy. It's ubiquitous.
Okay.
It's not even. It almost has lost all of its juice.
It lost a lot of meaning. It's just an extra word.
It's an
to say.
adjective a lot of times.
I try not
an
to,
adverb.
but every
It can be
now
used
and
in a
then-
lot of different ways too. Like the F word is used in every single way you can.
But I mean, it's still the F word.
I agree.
Yeah. You can't use it in school or church, right?
We don't say it on the air.
I mean, maybe,
School and church
you can't
might
say
be-
it on the air.
School and church might be the last two places you might not hear it. And by the
Right.
way, if they use it in church, I might go.
Yeah.
That would be so much more fun, right?
Weekday mornings at 9 a.m.
It's Travis and DeMarco
on 710 ESPN.
Next Gen is the official AC, heating, plumbing, and electrical company of SoCal sports fans. That's right. Next Gen is the absolute best in the biz with thousands of 5-star reviews to prove it. Clogged drain? No problem. Call Next Gen today to book your $88 drain cleaning. That's right. For just $88, you'll receive a professional drain cleaning to keep your home flowing smoothly all season long. Call 833-3-NEXT-GEN. That's 833-3-NEXGEN for your $88 drain cleaning.
NEXGEN. Call 833-3NEXTGEN. Enjoy President's Day savings all month long at Carden Alleyway Hyundai. Purchase a brand new 2025 Hyundai Santa Fe SC for just 2.49% APR for 36 months. Plus, enjoy peace of mind driving with America's best warranty and Hyundai Assurance Program. Visit us today at Carden Alleyway Hyundai, just off the 91 freeway, or online at CardenAlleyWayHyundai.com. On approved credit, 0 security deposit, 60 payments of $17.74 per $1,000 financed. Expires March 3rd, 2025.
You never expect a Hail Mary pass to win and end the game or getting into an accident. Hey, it's Trav with DeMarco.
Only one all-star defense team you can call to defend you. The personal injury law offices of Joseph S. Normand. Visit NormandLegal.com or call 213-747-2000.
Don't get sacked by others. Joseph will help you achieve the maximum compensation you deserve. Visit NormandLegal.com or call 213-747-2000. That's 213-747-2000.
Let Joseph and his team score a touchdown for you.
Mason in Ireland on 710.
I've got to be honest. I have no idea how you do it.
I'm not sure how I do it.
I would not. Would not be my scene.
More of Mason in Ireland right now.
Would not be my scene. Okay. I know this song. It is. Do you know it?
It sounds like Chapel Roan.
It is Chapel Roan, yeah. I'm getting good on these, aren't I, Brian?
She's
yeah,
very much a lot of showmanship with her stuff.
A lot, yeah.
A lot of showmanship.
When she performed at the Grammys, she went big.
She is what I would imagine theater kids to be.
It's a good take.
Yes.
Were you a theater kid?
I was not.
Yeah. Anybody here a theater? Bergman, you strike me as a theater kid, no?
No, I was not a theater kid.
Brian?
I was not, but that was a perfect comparison.
It absolutely is. All right, so we were talking off the air a little bit here, and I think it's interesting. The Los Angeles Dodgers have got a rather epic starting rotation this year. If you think about Yamamoto and Sasaki and Snell and Glasnow and Gonsolin and May and Kershaw, they're loaded.
Yes. Which
Which of these guys, Marcus, do you think is most likely to win the Cy Young Award?
You said in the break Blake Snell.
I think Blake Snell.
And I think that's it, although I would say that if you could somehow make a guarantee, which is impossible, that Tyler Glasnow stays healthy, I think he's another strong candidate.
Yes. I think it is Snell and only Snell. Bergman, what do you think?
I don't. I actually think the one that would win it out of all this is Yoshinobu Yamamoto.
Yeah, I know, but is there just no...
He was fantastic. I was talking about this with Travis last week. Go look at what he did in the postseason after the very first time he pitched against the Padres.
He's a big game hunter.
He's a big game hunter. He was great in New York against the Yankees. If, again, health always makes a difference, but if he is healthy throughout the year, I think he is the best shot. He's supposed to be one of the best pitchers in the world.
He is, but here's the thing. Do you want him to see? I don't even want him to compete for the Cy Young Award. I want him to throw me 150 innings in 24 starts and call it a day, get ready for the postseason.
Sure, I agree with that, but I think also every other starting pitcher on the Dodgers is going to do the exact same thing.
Except Snell.
I think Snell's going to do the exact same
Snell's
thing.
a horse.
But they're going to want him to be healthy towards the end of the year.
They are, but Snell is the kind of guy that's going to give you 200 innings.
Well, the Dodgers are the perfect team for Snell because he's only going to give you 2 turns through the lineup anyway.
Yeah, right.
And considering the way the Dodgers use their bullpen, that's all you're planning to get from your starters as it is.
Yeah, he threw. Let's see, how many innings did he throw last year?
He also signed really late, and I remember that first.
That's right. He signed very late.
First month or two, he was awful. I mean, he got lit up early on, and it wasn't until about midway through the season. It was almost like. It was like the first couple months were his own spring training, and then after he got into a rhythm, then he was really
He also
good.
had a long injury stretch last year because he only started 20 games. And so I think if he's healthy, he's going to give you, and I'm just looking at his innings counts over the years, he's not the horse I thought he was.
He rarely went past the 5th inning, just in general in his career.
Yeah, he's a 2 times through the lineup guy.
I mean... Thank goodness for that, because that's how the Dodgers won the World Series in 2020.
Right.
If he stays in the game, I mean, he was dealing.
Oh, yeah.
And the Rays decided to make the move, and the Dodgers come back and win.
Yep.
which the Dodgers coming back to win in clinching World Series games seems to be a thing now.
Yeah,
huh?
it is. It is. By the way, he's thrown 180 innings twice. And other than that, limited either by injury or starts. But I don't think any Dodger do I want to see throw more than 150 innings. Therefore, I don't think we will be competitive for the Cy Young Award this year.
So if a Dodger, let's say Yamamoto pitches 160 innings, has a sub-2 ERA, and
160 innings.
160 innings,
Okay.
sub-2 ERA or right around a 2, and a sub-1 WHIP. Like, he's going to be in the running for it, even though that the amount of innings he pitches is lower.
Right.
I mean 200 innings is a lot for anybody at this point.
He started 18 games and threw 90 innings last year.
He was hurt in the middle of the year for a good portion.
And that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I don't think the Dodgers are going to use any pitcher in that role of give me 200 innings. I would be surprised if anybody throws 150 innings this year.
You're going to see a lot of these pitchers take, I think you might have said this last week, Marcus, 4 or 5 weeks off in the middle of the season at some point. Maybe at the beginning, maybe towards the middle, but they're going to all get time off.
The Dodgers have become very adept at using the injured list to extend, to stretch their rotation, to get guys, to load manage. Basically, is what they've done. They've been very I won't say sneaky. I mean, it's within the rules. They figured out how to use the injured list and use call-ups and bring guys back and forth and have found a way to extend their rotation doing that.
Yeah, and certainly this year the fortifications, the bullpen, whether it be Tanner Scott or Kirby Yates, all of a sudden you shorten games even more. Like Dave Roberts has got the most gigantic trust tree.
Yes,
of
trust
any
tree.
Manager
it is
in
a trust
baseball.
oak.
It is seriously. There are so many trust branches on the trust tree because they added Tanner Scott, who's lights out, and Kirby Yates, who's coming off a really good year. They still have Blake Trinan. They still have Alex Vesia. They still have Michael Kopech.
Yeah, just name all the guys that were there.
I mean, I mentioned it last week. They moved on from Ryan Brazier, who was very good for them because they just didn't have a spot.
Right.
You know?
They were loaded.
Did you see who they picked up? Not a pitcher, but the Dodgers picked somebody up over the weekend to a minor league deal.
No.
Eddie Rosario.
Oh, Eddie Rosario.
Yeah.
Hit
He's got
for
a minor
power down in Atlanta for a couple of years.
He hasn't been good the last few years, but in 2021 was on fire and could not be stopped, and now he's in a minor league deal with the Dodgers. So there's another guy. Just another guy that has a pedigree that's just sitting there waiting to just make a return up to the majors.
Yeah, I mean, it is such an embarrassment of riches for the Dodgers.
Outfielder.
What's that?
Outfielder. Left field. Yep.
Yeah. No, I mean, you're right. He could be playing left field. That outfield is going to be a little fungible, right?
Well, now that you figured Shohei's going to DH, so your outfield is going to be Teo's back.
Teo,
Mookie.
Right now it's Edman in center.
Edman in center.
And Confardo in left.
Right.
Andy Pages, if he makes the team, which he most likely
I'm sure he will,
the 40-man or make the opening day roster, he's going to play center. Now you can get Rosario in at left if there's spots there. Like they are just so deep.
Yeah, they are. It's going to be so much fun. Do we have those games in Japan?
Yeah, the 18th and the 19th, I believe.
18th and 19th of March.
Should be a fun series against the Cubs.
What time of day will those be on first thing in the morning?
It'll be 2 a.m., 3 a.m.
No, I thought it would be 9 in the morning or something like that.
Because last year they were, I think, 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning.
They were
really
early.
It was early enough that it's I'll catch the highlights.
Yeah, I'm not waking up at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, that's kind of the downside of it is you do get that.
I mean,
it's either 18-19 or 19-20.
I do think it's disappointing that the defending champions will play their first air quotes home game in Japan. They're technical home. I know they'll have a big one later, but it
is still going to be a pretty cool scene in Japan for Sasaki and Yamamoto and Ohtani. I mean,
the Cubs have Shota Imanaga.
Oh, right. I'm sure that first game is probably going to be Yamamoto versus Imanaga.
Yeah,
I would think so.
That's a great matchup.
I think who's the manager of the Cubs now? I forget who it is.
It's not.
It's not David Ross.
It's
anymore.
not David Ross anymore. No.
Is it Craig Counsell?
Yeah, it is. He came over from Milwaukee. That was a big deal. You're right.
I think somebody asked him if he was going to start Imanaga, and he's like, I don't think I can't.
It's I don't have a
I don't think I
choice. Yeah, exactly. I have to. I don't. That's what it has to be. And it's probably going to be Yamamoto in game 1 and Sasaki in game 2.
You remember Yamamoto?
How exciting is that?
Yamamoto got lit up in his first start last year.
He did in Korea.
Yeah, in Korea. He got smoked.
By the way, Blue Review with Marcus, myself,
When's
Parker
it
Bell.
start?
It starts that week, March 17th.
March 17th.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Return of the Blue Review.
Awesome. All right, coming up next for you, the NFL logo conspiracy is back. Who will be in the big game next year? We'll do that coming up next. Mason in Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Sedano and Cap.
Next at 3 p.m. after Mason in Ireland.
You were doing the game.
And I shouted out ESPN LA.
So wait, I'm on a flight.
Right.
I'm watching it. And they come over to George. They say, let's go over to George, And George says, hey, guys, LA is super stoked on Luka. I do a daily talk radio show here on ESPN LA 710.
Yeah.
And you said, the fans are, I'm trying to remember how you phrased it, but
over the moon or something like that.
It was a
overjoyed.
Whatever it was. And I texted him good report.
Yeah.
You're inches.
I almost said it.
Inches.
Almost said
from
Sedano
saying,
and Cap.
My show every day on ESPN LA, Sedano and Cap. You chose
I should have just kept going.
You
I
chose
said.
not to mention the name of the show.
I should have just kept going.
I mean, it was gratuitous enough to mention the radio station, which I love.
At that point, right.
Let it go, bro.
Yeah.
Let it go.
The LA Afternoon Takeover. That's Sedano and Cap.
On 710 ESPN.
When pain keeps you from doing what you love, Hoag Orthopedic Institute gets you back to you. We are ranked number 18 in the nation and number 1 in Orange County for orthopedic and spine care by U.S. News & World Report. From the surf to the green, our world-class doctors are there, which is why more Californians choose Hoag Orthopedic Institute for orthopedic and spine care more than any other hospital. At Hoag Orthopedic Institute, there is no one better at getting you back to you. Proudly founded by premier physicians in partnership with Hoag. Learn more at HoagOrthopedicInstitute.com.
Hey guys, it's Cap. Here's the scenario. Your home is flooded and the damage is severe. Now it feels like your insurance company is turning on you. They won't approve a replacement living arrangement and the adjuster leaves you in the lurch. Take a breath and call Avner Gatt, one of Southern California's largest public adjuster firms. Avner Gatt knows how to fight back when your insurance company makes you feel like a criminal, leaving you with no hope of getting into your home and getting it all back together. With decades of experience and a passion for helping people, Avner and his family take the call themselves. So whether you have a toilet overflow, a broken water line, a burst supply line, a broken fire sprinkler, whatever the water damage is, you call Avner Gatt today at 818-917-5256 or you go to avnergatt.com. It's 818-917-5256 or avnergatt.com. You call, Avner answers, he says hello. Your claim is our game. avnergatt.com.
Located in the heart of downtown Los Angeles, Crypto.com Arena is pulling back the curtain and unveiling new behind-the-scenes VIP tours, which offer an exclusive look inside one of the world's most iconic sports and entertainment venues. Expert guides will lead small groups through spaces that have hosted legendary sports championships, world-renowned concerts, and epic award shows. Guests will also explore the venue's VIP areas and experience the arena's latest renovations. For more info, visit cryptoarena.com/tours.
With Progressive's Name Your Price tool, you get coverage options based on how much you want to pay for car insurance. And then you decide how to spend the rest of your money, because you're in charge. Today, you're going to pay down your credit card bill. But you decide when you'll pay it. Before the due date, so those interest charges don't get you. But you decide if you pay it in full. But you definitely should, because again, interest charges. With Progressive's Name Your Price tool, we'll help you find coverage at a fair price. And then you're in charge. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Not available in all states. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
This ESPN Radio Black History Month moment is brought to you by National University.
Jackie Robinson began his career with the Brooklyn Dodgers on April 15, 1947. He was the first African-American player in Major League Baseball, winner of the first Rookie of the Year award. He was named MVP 2 years later. He was elected into the Hall of Fame in 1962. In April of 1997, his number was retired permanently throughout Major League Baseball.
Built for the dreamers and doers and history makers. Start your journey at nu.edu.
And it is Mason and Ireland, the OGs of LA Sports Radio.
That's the problem in the world, is there aren't enough happy shows, fun shows.
Mason and Ireland.
710 ESPN.
All right, Marcus Grant is in for Ireland today. Ireland will be back, I think, on Wednesday. It's me and Momo tomorrow. Marcus, fun working with you.
It's been a good time as always.
Yeah. So this is an interesting conspiracy that's out there.
Okay.
It is that the Super Bowl logo predicts who will play in the Super Bowl. So 2022, the logo featured warm red, orange, and yellow tones. Los Angeles Rams wear blue and yellow. Cincinnati, orange and black in this game. So there was orange and there was yellow. Super Bowl in 2023, logo incorporated desert-themed colors, including red and green. Kansas City played the Eagles. This year's Super Bowl, red and green. Championship featured a rematch between the Chiefs and Eagles. So I sent you, Marcus, and I don't know if you've had a chance to pull it up,
I've
Greg.
looked at it.
Looked at the
I got
logo
it. I got it.
for Super Bowl 60. Can you figure out what two teams are being pointed toward? It is, so you know, it's Super Bowl. This is Super Bowl LX
60.
60.
Yep.
And it's got kind of some light blue, some yellow, some.
There's
would you
so
call
many
that,
colors.
Would you call that orange or pink?
Pink and red.
Yeah,
Pink,
there's
red,
there's so many
green.
colors
red.
here. I mean, you
Golden
could,
Gate Bridge
white.
is there.
if you look right, you can that pink. There's parts where it's purple, so maybe the Ravens.
What about like the Dolphins? Because in Miami they wear like the pink and yellow jerseys for the Heat, and they do that too.
I think you're overlooking.
I mean, what are you looking at?
Blue and yellow's Rams, man.
Oh, jeez.
What? I mean, there's blue, there's yellow. It's Rams.
See,
So and it's green and white for the oh no, the Eagles
Now,
would be
see,
can't do that.
I'm seeing the light blue, which could be Lions. So the Lions get their shots.
Yeah.
And then that purplish is the Ravens. So I think we may have a Detroit-Baltimore Super Bowl.
You think the purple is the Ravens?
Yeah.
Because I think it's a little bit redder, and I was thinking the Commanders. The bridge itself
has some red.
Yeah, well then that would
Rams
prevent-
Commanders. No, it can't be Rams
No, it can't be-
Commanders.
can't be
NFC
Rams
Championship
Commanders.
game.
Yeah.
I don't see the Rams.
I
There's
only see
wrong
the Rams.
blue.
I only see the Rams.
Wrong
there.
blue.
I looked at it. I'm
It's
like
not prominent
Rams,
enough.
Rams.
Because that's where your mind goes.
It is ridiculous. The
conspiracy theories out there.
The conspiracy theories. Yeah, the script. It has worked. I don't see.
Takes it away.
I don't think there's any clear determination. Although what'll happen is next year 2 teams will play and we'll say, "Aha, blue! Aha,
oh yeah,
red."
Oh, we will fit the narrative.
Yeah,
Trust.
we'll squeeze it in. Exactly.
There's too much pink, and there's just not any.
Yeah, there's a lot of pink in that logo. I, by the way, think that Santa Clara is not a great place for a Super Bowl. I was at the Super Bowl in 2016 up there when Denver beat Carolina.
Yeah.
And it's just, I mean, I would say it's stadium.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think Levi's Stadium is a great venue, and I know they spent a ton of money on
it.
it.
It is so far away. I mean, they put the Golden Gate Bridge here. It is so far away from the Golden Gate Bridge.
It's a good hour plus from San Francisco. The only thing next to it is an old amusement park. Like that's it.
Right.
You know, it's.
I don't know how it got into the rotation because. I mean, San Francisco's a really fun town.
It did originally because it was just new and it was state of the art, and
Right.
that had a lot to do with it. Why they went back, I'm not sure.
The Super Bowl's coming back here in a couple of years. When is it 27?
I want to say 27, but I forget.
I think it's 27. Yeah, 27. So think about this. We've got 2026 is the World Cup, 2027 this is the Super Bowl, and 2028 is the Olympics.
Which I'm excited about. On my bucket list of things to do is go to an Olympics opening ceremony. I'd love to do that.
Yeah. I definitely want to be there for it. I've been for a few opening ceremonies. They are really spectacular.
Yeah, you've been to like 9 different Olympics, right?
No, you're exaggerating a little bit.
Not much though.
Not much. I think 8.
Yeah.
Seven or eight.
So sorry.
No, you're
You were wildly wrong.
How could I go so
Completely
far? Yeah. But how many times did you go to the actual opening ceremony?
3.
3?
Yeah, it's really cool. I got to describe him one time, which was awesome. Do you know who Steve Futterman is?
I know that name. Why do I know that name?
Steve Futterman from CBS. He always was the guy that did our opening ceremonies coverage for NBC Radio. He was always really fun. He's still around town. But yeah, the Super Bowl opening ceremonies will be spectacular. And supposedly they're involving both the Coliseum and SoFi in the opening ceremonies.
That's cool.
That there will be a double thing
it's
going
happening
on.
at the same time.
Same time, and they'll like alternate between the two, but there'll be stuff at both stadiums.
And I guess they'll have the big vision boards. You can watch stuff on the big screens out there. I would think.
That's pretty cool.
And then track and field is going to be at the Coliseum. They're putting the track back in.
That's awesome.
Which is great. That's where Jesse Owens ran.
Plus, there'll be somewhere for Traveler to run around when the Trojans are scoring touchdowns.
That's right.
I said that specifically for Bergman.
Yeah, no, thank you for making me upset. Isn't somewhere putting in a swimming pool?
They are putting a swimming pool in SoFi Stadium for the Olympics.
That's crazy.
That's wild.
Yeah,
And aren't they expanding for the World Cup too?
Yeah, and expanding for the World Cup.
Yeah, they're doing a lot.
Yeah, they're doing a lot over there. I was just over there. I mean, I mentioned I was at Cena Vita over there this weekend. Cosm, I go to Cosm a couple of times a month. SoFi, lived there during football season. Like my whole life, we were joking, driving in there on Saturday, saying, yeah, maybe we should move to an apartment in Inglewood. Now, I'll tell you what.
You're right there.
You're right there in the middle of everything, and you don't have to worry about the parking, which is outrageous.
There are those luxury apartments right next to SoFi. You can just slide on in there.
They are building a bunch of new hotels and apartments and all that kind of stuff, mixed-use places over there. Inglewood is absolutely booming.
Now, do you think they're actually going to be able to fix the public transportation by 2028?
Yes.
It's supposed to be the public transportation Olympics,
yes.
right?
That's
the whole point.
They want nobody in cars during the Olympics.
Now,
it's all public transit.
I am told in 1984 that is exactly what happened, that nobody had any traffic problems in 1984 when they held the Olympics in Los Angeles.
Really?
Yeah.
I heard
none.
I wasn't here for it, but
I wasn't
there was
either.
a lot of concern about it. But when it actually happened, that everything went off smoothly, that it ended up being a really good experience for folks here.
Yeah, but if you can cut the traffic down, that would be fantastic.
I like taking the Metro.
I love the Metro.
I think the Metro is terrific.
Yep.
And I go to USC games on the Metro.
It's perfect because it drops you off right there
at the
next
Natural
to the
History
Coliseum.
Museum, and you walk right
great.
in. It's perfect.
Yep.
All right, coming up now, Game of Games. It's my game today. And I'm trying to think, it's baseball is involved in this game. Baseball is involved in this game.
Baseball.
In the meantime, it's time to...
Chumba.
That's right. At Chumba Casino, the action never stops. Play online social casino games anytime, anywhere for free. No purchase necessary. Marcus Grant, Chumba.
Chumba.
There you go. We've got Marcus's take now. Your playbook is stacked. Think bingo and solitaire and slots and blackjack and more. With hundreds of games, you'll never run out of action. Here's the kicker. They're dropping fresh games every single week. It's like a highlight reel of fun ready for you to tackle. Plus free daily login bonuses and a sweet welcome bonus when you join. Play for free and take your shot. You could redeem some awesome prizes. What are you waiting for? The clock is ticking. The game is on. Suit up, take your shot, and let's... Chumba. Head to ChumbaCasino.com. That's ChumbaCasino.com. Available only to players in the U.S., excluding Washington, Michigan, Montana, Connecticut, and Nevada, and Canada, excluding Quebec. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
The Luka era is on for the purple and gold.
And the NBA has never seen anything like this.
Rebound, Luka. Length of the court pass, LeBron. Lay it up and in.
Luka and LeBron, two of the greatest, are now together, and it's looking unstoppable.
I can't believe that we just had an assist, LeBron James to Luka Doncic, and it wasn't in the All-Star game.
Yeah. Catch the dynamic duo as they dominate and make history in real time, right here on the home of Luka, LeBron, and the Lakers.
710 ESPN.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. At Los Angeles International Airport, changes are arriving daily to help reduce traffic, save travelers time, and transform the travel experience. The LAX Economy parking structure is now open with thousands of smart parking spaces, as well as hundreds of EV charging stations. Modernized terminals have biometric gates for faster boarding, and in the future, the People Mover train will connect travelers to LA Metro. For more information, go to their website, flylax.com/transforminglax. That's flylax.com/transforminglax.
Plan your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino, official Native American resort and casino of the Los Angeles Lakers. See for yourself what made readers of Newsweek and USA Today name Pachanga the best casino outside of Las Vegas. Pachanga has world-class resort amenities, exceptional entertainment, dining, spa, and golf, and 24/7 gaming excitement. The immense casino floor and 1,100 rooms and suites makes Pachanga one of the largest in the country. Skip the traffic. Head for Pachanga Resort Casino off the I-15 in Temecula. Visit Pachanga.com or call 888-PACHANGA for reservations.
Welcome to NFL Flag. In this game, there's a position for everyone. No matter who you are. Let's go! Show what you got! Lace up your cleats, smear on your eye black, step out on the field, and start having fun. This is flag football, and this game is our game. This game! Our game! This game! Our game! This game! Our game! Visit NFL.com to find a league and get playing today. 1, 2, 3, let's play!
National University honors those who have broken barriers and paved the way for future generations. If you're a parent and a professional, a dreamer and a doer, NU is here to support you. With flexible online classes and career-focused resources, you can earn your degree while balancing work, family, and everything in between. Empower your future today at nu.edu. That's nu.edu.
710 ESPN.
And it is time for Game of Games on the #1 sports radio show in LA, Mason and Ireland. Game of Games. Game of Games presented by CallJacob.com.
Call Jacob.
Everyone loves a fighter, but in this town, winning matters, especially after an accident. So remember, anyone can fight, but CallJacob.com is here for you when you need a big win. After an accident, go to CallJacob.com or call 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. We got the jingle.
Call Jacob.
Thank you. Game of Games time. Take it away, Mace.
All right, here we go. It is Game of Games time. Marcus Grant is here for Ireland, and DeAndre Hawkins is playing from the afternoon show. DeAndre, what's going on, man?
What's going on, everyone?
All is good. Have you ever won, DeAndre?
As far as this Game of Games in general?
Yeah.
Yes, I have, yeah.
You have?
Yeah, he's always really close, too.
Yeah, you're always in the ballpark. Now, this game is, I want nobody to give away the answers, okay? So I'm going to give you one, and don't pretend like you know, don't pretend like you don't know.
Okay. But that's
because
part of the fun.
Some of you are going to know these.
Okay.
Okay, so it's not total guesswork. Some of this is skill and knowledge. What do we know about skill and knowledge? All right. So this game is called Pitcher, Playwright, or Podcaster. Pitcher, Playwright, or Podcaster.
Okay.
So I'm going to give you a name. You tell me if it's a pitcher, Major League Baseball pitcher currently, a playwright, or somebody who's got a popular podcast right now. Okay. Let's start with this one. Marcus. Tennessee Williams.
Playwright.
Bergman.
Playwright.
Brian.
Pitcher.
DeAndre.
Well, podcaster.
He is a playwright.
Oh, my God. One of the most famous playwrights.
Like one of the big ones.
No idea. Streetcar Named Desire.
That's like a high level.
That's all right.
playwright.
That's okay. Marcus won. Bergman won. Nobody yet to scratch. Clifford Odets, Bergman.
I'm going to say podcaster.
Podcaster. Brian.
Pitcher.
DeAndre.
I'm going pitcher as well.
Pitcher. Marcus.
Podcaster.
No, he's a playwright. He wrote a famous play called Awake and Sing. Number 3, Hogan Harris. Is that a pitcher, playwright, or podcaster? Brian.
Pitcher.
DeAndre.
I'm going podcaster.
Podcaster. Marcus.
Pitcher.
Bergman.
I'm going to go podcaster.
The correct answer, he's a pitcher. For the A's, so nobody knows who he is.
Oh, come on, Marcus.
Did you know him?
I did not.
Okay. Number 4, Marcus has a lead here. Number 4, Javier Assad. Is that a pitcher, a playwright, or a podcaster? We start with DeAndre.
Podcaster.
Marcus.
Podcaster.
Bergman.
I know that name, but I don't know where. Yeah, let's go podcaster.
Podcaster. Brian.
Playwright.
Yeah, you guys are all wrong. He's a pitcher.
I know. I knew the name.
Pitches for the Cubs.
Yeah,
Sure.
I knew the name.
Yeah.
This is
all right,
going
sure.
well.
Okay, Marcus 2, Bergman 1, Brian 1, DeAndre yet to scratch. Number 5. By the way, I've got extras for this one, so we can go.
Good.
Payne Lindsay. Is that a pitcher, a playwright, or a podcaster? We're back to Marcus.
Podcaster.
Podcaster. Bergman.
I mean, we're due for a podcaster, right? Podcast.
Podcaster. Brian.
Podcast.
Podcaster. DeAndre.
Well, playwriter.
You should have gone podcaster.
I was like, one of these has to be a podcast.
Right? She does a true crime podcast called Up and Vanished. Number 6, Daniel Schneerman. Daniel Schneerman. Is that a pitcher, a playwright, or a podcaster? Bergman.
I can't imagine it's anything but a podcaster.
Podcaster. Brian.
Playwright.
Playwright. DeAndre.
Pitcher.
Pitcher. Marcus.
Playwright.
He is a pitcher for the Cleveland Guardians.
Sure.
That does not sound like a pitcher in the slightest.
Daniel Schneerman.
Schneerman.
Jeez.
Marcus 3, Bergman 2, Brian 2, DeAndre 1. Everybody's in it here. Ira Glass. Ira Glass. Is that a pitcher, a playwright, or a podcaster? Bergman.
God, I know that name too. I'm going to say playwright.
Playwright. Brian.
Podcast.
Podcaster. DeAndre.
Well, podcast.
Podcast. And Marcus.
Podcaster.
He is a podcaster. Did you know that one?
This American Life.
This American Life.
Yes.
Exactly. Very popular
yes.
podcast. Number 8, Eugene O'Neill. Is that a pitcher, a playwright, or a podcaster? Brian.
Podcaster.
Podcaster. DeAndre.
Playwright.
Playwright. Marcus.
Playwright.
Playwright. And Bergman.
Playwright.
Playwright is the right answer. Yeah, he's, what is it? Iceman Cometh, Long Day's Journey into Night, stuff like that.
I don't know.
Plays that I got really bored at when I saw him on Broadway.
What's the score?
Marcus 5. DeAndre 3. Bergman 3. Brian 3.
Ooh, Marcus taking a big old lead.
John Favreau. John Favreau. Is that a pitcher, a playwright, or a podcaster? DeAndre.
Well, pitcher.
Pitcher. Marcus.
Podcaster.
Podcaster. Bergman.
Okay, yeah, podcaster.
Podcaster. And Brian.
Pitcher.
Pitcher. He's a podcaster. He does a show called
Pod Save America.
Pod Save America.
Oh,
really
I was thinking John Favreau.
Not Happy Hogan from the MCU. Not the dude from Swingers.
That's who I was like. Is he a
Iron
playwright?
Man. No, not that.
Yeah,
guy.
there are 2 John Favreaus.
Right.
This is the one who does Pod Save America.
Oh, that guy was on Survivor.
Yeah.
Oh, was he?
Yeah, he was on Survivor.
Oh, okay.
John Favreau, the podcaster?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
All right.
I think it was the last season.
All right, here we go. It's Marcus 6, Bergman 4, DeAndre and Brian 3. August Wilson. August Wilson. Is that a pitcher, a playwright, or a podcaster? Marcus.
Playwright.
Playwright. Bergman.
Playwright.
Playwright. Brian.
Pitcher.
Pitcher. And DeAndre.
Podcaster.
Correct answer. He's a playwright and quite a famous one.
Like Fences.
Fences. Piano lesson is out this year.
You're so cultured.
Right? I know everything about
He's
this.
a big one. He's a big one. All right, so Marcus, you're kind of running away with this. 7-5. I'm going to strike Brian and DeAndre from the game.
Damn.
How many left?
Let's do 3 more.
Okay. I don't have to go opposite yet.
Number 11. Prelander Baroa. Prelander Baroa. Is that pitcher,
making up names now.
playwright,
Right.
or podcaster? Marcus.
Pitcher.
That's where I want to go. I'm going to go pitcher with you, and then I'll go opposite for the rest of the way.
Pitcher's the right answer. Yeah, he's a pitcher for the White Sox. Okay, so it's 8.
So he's not a major
6.
leaguer.
So you can win it right here. You can win it right here.
Win it right here. You can lock him out. Hans Kraus. Sounds like a character on Hulk. Hogan's Heroes. Hans Kraus. Marcus, you're the
Sounds
leader.
like
You go
someone from
first.
Die Hard.
Hans Kraus, podcaster.
Podcaster. Bergman, you got a shot.
I got to go playwright.
Oh, Bergman. He's a pitcher.
Oh,
for
I had the
Angels.
chin.
Right there.
Who the hell is Hans Kraus?
Pitcher for the Angels, Hans Kraus.
Parker just stood up back there.
Hey, shout out Hans Kraus.
Marcus gets a point.
Marcus, nice job, man.
Thanks.
Some of these were meant to be. Let me just ask you. Do you know who Andrew Santino is?
I do.
I do not.
Do you?
He's a redhead. Yeah, he's very funny. He's a podcaster. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Baratunde Thurston.
I know Baratunde Thurston. He's a podcaster.
Don't know
American Outdoors. And the last one was Tom Stoppard.
He's a playwright.
He's a playwright, yeah.
Not waiting for Godot.
Rosencrantz and Guildenstern are dead.
Yes.
Exactly. And
Jeez,
here's
you know.
yeah, these are like pretty well-known
Playwrights?
podcasters, playwrights, not well-known baseball
Yeah,
players.
As you can tell,
the pitcher's
I
not so much.
I
Prelander Sturbeverden? Like who? What was that one?
Well, there's Daniel Schneerman. I deliberately picked weird pitcher names.
He sounds Jewish, and there's not a lot of Jewish pitchers.
Baroa, Hans Kraus, Daniel Schneerman, Hogan Harris. I was trying to choose weird names for that one. Well, nice job, Marcus.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Good game. Good
Yeah.
game.
It was all right. All right.
I liked it.
I cranked it out really late last night.
That's fine.
And by really late, I mean
like 7 o'clock
after Saturday Night Live.
Okay.
8:30.
So 8:30.
Something like that.
All right.
Stayed up late to write the game.
Stayed up late till 8:30.
Stayed up late to watch the game. Because, I'm severed.
Yeah.
Do you watch Severed?
That's right.
I do. I love it.
I've decided that I am definitely 100% severed.
It feels like I have to watch that.
Oh, yeah.
You should watch it.
It's a great premise for a show.
Mm-hmm.
Two seasons, right?
Yes.
Is it done? Is the season over?
Season 2 is not done.
Season 2 is not
midway
done.
through season 2.
Yeah, we're halfway through.
So I can get through a whole season and maybe catch up.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just be prepared to, it's like...
Mind-blowing.
It's just not like anything you've ever seen.
See, I'm just going to go home and watch Cobra Kai, though, because it's the final 6
Cobra
episodes.
Kai, the final 6 episodes.
Yeah.
I know I'm excited
really
for
excited.
those.
I haven't watched them yet.
But the Taikai Saikai is not
Taikai
part of the final arc.
Well, no, because the Taikai Saikai is over.
It turned into a melee at the end of it.
Yeah,
Nobody
a guy
won
died.
the Taikai Saikai. Somebody died. So now they got to go figure out, what LaRusso's going to do and what Johnny's going to do.
And who's the next big villain?
Who's the next big villain? I think it's Terry.
No, they've already done that. Terry
Did they
Silver?
do Terry Silver?
Terry Silver has been a villain
Is he
throughout.
dead?
No, he's alive still.
Well, you got to have...
an arc, bring him back, is it? I don't
Yeah.
know. There's going to be a new one, I feel like. There's going to be like the final
A
boss
new villain? Yeah.
kind of deal. Do you watch Cobra Kai?
I watched the first season and a half. I didn't dislike it. I just, for whatever reason, just didn't keep up with it.
It's the cheesiest show I watch.
It's so dumb.
That's
It's
what I
so
heard. I hear
entertaining.
It's really dumb.
Yeah.
You just put it on and you just enjoy.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's just silliness.
Yeah.
It's just silliness. I think, but I'm Johnny Lawrence. I want William Zabka to get more roles. He is really, really good.
But can he play anything other than Johnny Lawrence?
Sure, he can.
I don't know.
I think he can
that's-
stretch.
He was on
That
an
man can
episode.
stretch.
He was on an episode of How I Met Your Mother as Johnny Lawrence.
Hey, I got an idea.
yeah,
Why don't we get Ralph Macchio on the show?
we can try.
Yeah?
As of next week, it's going to be all Laura, so I'll get her on the
Yeah, get her on the
horn.
Because now would be the time that they might be doing
Yeah,
press.
this would be the right time. Well, if you get it, didn't you have somebody on?
I had all the creators on.
Yeah,
And
and you also had what's his name? One of the bad. The first bad guy.
Kreese.
Kreese,
John
yeah.
Kreese.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Get
he
that
was
guy
on,
back.
too.
Get him
Oh,
on
I
here.
should get John Kreese on here.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's funny as hell.
Is he?
Yo, he's so funny. He's like the kind of guy that when I did the podcast with him, he smoked a cigar the entire
No,
time.
that's awesome.
That is so cool. The only other guy that smoked a cigar during an interview with me was, and this will make sense, Ron Perlman.
Oh, yeah.
Ron Perlman was fantastic as a guest, smoking the stogie the entire time. All right, coming up next for you, get into some super crosstalk. Who is it today?
It is Sedano and Beto.
Shadano and Beto coming up next. Mason and Ireland, Marcus in for John, 710 ESPN.
The fun way to drive home is with Sedano and Cap.
Like I said earlier in the week, hey, if you want to soar with the Eagles in the morning, you can't fly with the turkeys at night. You feel me?
Sedano and Cap
Weekdays at 3 p.m.
on 710 ESPN.
When pain keeps you from doing what you love, Hoag Orthopedic Institute gets you back to you. We are ranked number 18 in the nation and number 1 in Orange County for orthopedic and spine care by U.S. News and World Report. From the surf to the green, our world-class doctors are there, which is why more Californians choose Hoag Orthopedic Institute for orthopedic and spine care more than any other hospital. At Hoag Orthopedic Institute, there is no one better at getting you back to you. Proudly founded by premier physicians in partnership with Hoag. Learn more at HoagOrthopedicInstitute.com.
Hey, John Ireland here. Inheriting a home can be overwhelming, but Seller's Advantage makes it easy. One customer shared, inheriting a home felt like too much work. Seller's Advantage gave a reasonable offer, handled everything, and closed in 3 weeks. I highly recommend them. Skip the repairs and the headaches. Call Seller's Advantage at 888-390-AS-IS or visit sellersadvantage.com for your free cash offer.
Don't worry, sell happy with Seller's Advantage.
DRE number 01961658. Enjoy President's Day savings all month long at Cardin Alleyway Hyundai. Purchase a brand new 2025 Hyundai Santa Fe SC for just 2.49% APR for 36 months. Plus, enjoy peace of mind driving with America's best warranty and Hyundai Assurance Program. Visit us today at Carden Alleyway Hyundai, just off the 91 freeway, or online at CardenAlleyWayHyundai.com. On approved credit, 0 security deposit. 60 payments of $17.74 per $1,000 financed. Expires March 3rd, 2025.
The CONCACAF Nations League finals arrive at SoFi Stadium March 20th to 23rd. USA versus Panama, followed by Canada versus Mexico. Get your tickets now on Ticketmaster. For more information, visit CONCACAFNationsLeague.com/tickets.
ESPN AM 710 Los Angeles. KRDC AM 1110 Pasadena, Los Angeles.
K256CX 99.1 FM Pasadena, Los Angeles.
It's the greatest segment in LA sports radio history.
Oh my God. When the shows come together for magic on the radio.
It will only grow stronger. Super Crosstalk.
Are we ready for Sedano and Cap to join
Sir.
Mason in Ireland?
Super Crosstalk begins. Super Crosstalk, presented by Coors Light. Coors Light, made to chill.
It's time for Super Crosstalk.
Marcus and Mason, joined by Beto and Shadano. Beto, what's going on, man?
Nothing much. Just happy to hear you guys on the radio together. Marcus, love you, man.
Appreciate
Mason,
it.
love you.
Where are you at?
At the house. It's my daughter's birthday today.
Oh, nice.
So
it's
we're
everybody's
having,
birthday today.
Actually, no. Her birthday's tomorrow. But
okay.
tonight we're doing the big Mexican celebration because it's also my nephew's birthday the day later. So pozole and mole and pastel and all that stuff at 6:00. So
cool, I'll be right over.
Could I do? Yeah, for sure.
It
Mason,
does
come on
sound
down.
good.
Oh yeah, my mom's 83, so she gets down still. So the tortillas handmade, all that good stuff.
Yeah, but it's Michael Jordan's birthday.
Yeah. Also, Paris Hilton, right?
Oh, is it Paris
Is it?
Hilton? It's Jim
Yeah.
Brown's birthday. Maybe the greatest running back of all time, and it's Cappy's birthday.
Woo! I mean, that's the reason I'm working. It's because it's Cappy's
That's
birthday.
right. Although Cappy said you're a loser if you don't work on your birthday. And then we talked to him on the air, and he said it was a day off because it's President's Day. He was
Wait, he called your show? I think
we
Lizzie
called
told me
we
that.
called him. We called him to
okay.
wish him a happy birthday. But yeah, he thinks President's Day. He wasn't supposed to work, so that's why he wasn't here for his birthday.
Oh, good for Cappy.
Yeah, so much of his discussion on air is about his schedule and everybody else's schedule, right?
Schedule talk.
Wait a minute, I wasn't supposed to be on that. Wait a minute, I was supposed to be on that day.
It's a lot of work because you guys don't respond to Bergman's emails. That's why.
Yeah, direct from San Francisco. George Sedano is here.
Direct from the set of NBA Today with Shelburne.
Oh, nice,
Look at
nice.
that.
So you were there for all the festivities, and what there's some people liked it, some people didn't like it. What did you think of it?
So here's what I would say. I would say that the basketball was good for all-star purposes. I thought they played defense. They seemed to care. Guys were stealing balls, blocking shots, tying guys up. Their players' qualms with the format, which I didn't have an issue with, is hilarious considering that had they played with the intensity they played last night 5 years ago, we wouldn't be in this situation.
Oh, yeah.
We would be trying the gimmicky stuff.
Sure. So you're saying the intensity level was there,
fine.
but wasn't there 5 years ago.
And then what happened was because the intensity, I mean, I was in Indianapolis last year when that thing was a complete joke.
Yeah.
And Adam Silver had enough. So they decided to create a show, basically like a TV show, along with the basketball. And then the problem was you had not enough basketball.
Correct.
You had 45 minutes of basketball in a 3-hour show, and you can't have that either.
And a lot of commercials, and apparently we found out during Sports Graffiti a lot of Kevin Hart.
People didn't like Kevin Hart.
People did not like Kevin Hart on this.
You know what? I'm a Kevin Hart guy, but I didn't get a chance to hear him. So
Right,
because
yeah,
I was
you were there.
So I don't know what the gripes are. But look, the reality is 45 minutes of basketball in a 3-hour show is not enough.
Yeah.
That's it. It's that
Beto,
simple.
did you watch it?
I was watching only because I knew I was going to work today. And no, dead serious. That's the only reason I watched it, and I got through maybe a quarter of it because Kevin Hart was on the screen more than the basketball was. And, like, the youngsters were playing hard. I respect to them. They're out there hustling. But, like, to George's point, if the veterans, the OGs.
Oh no,
as
but
they
I
call
thought the
themselves-
veterans played hard too. I don't
Yeah,
think
but
that
if
was
they had
the
done
issue
it 5
yesterday.
years ago, we wouldn't have this issue.
Right, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. I watched White Lotus instead. That was good.
Did you watch White Lotus?
I've never watched one episode.
Oh, really?
My wife loves it.
It's really, really good.
I mean, if you-
Last
if you-
night was the first episode of the one in Thailand.
The new season, yeah.
Which is in Koh Samui, which is in Thailand. It's beautiful.
It's
there.
basically the show is really rich people who are slightly off-putting, dealing with problems that are mostly of their own making.
Correct. Yeah, it's really not nice people.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
So
about White
basically,
Lotus.
it's like Succession, sort of.
It
in a lot of
is.
ways.
They're not quite as nasty and ruthless.
Yeah.
They're just mildly irritating,
They're
mildly off-putting.
They're spoiled and entitled, and
Yeah.
This one's good because they're going to this nature healing center, and they're like, okay, give up your phone. No, I'm not going to give up my phone.
But we
Like,
love that. Think about it.
Oh, we love rich
If you
people.
go back to like the 80s, right? I remember my mom used to love Dynasty.
Oh, yeah.
And Dallas.
Yeah, my parents
and
watched Dallas.
Falcon Crest.
Yep.
And all those shows. It's just soap operas is what they are.
Yeah, it's rich people behaving badly.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, and I watched SNL because I knew it was going to be on.
Oh,
Comcast.
I haven't watched that, and I want to watch
Oh,
it.
It's very good.
Really good.
I saw the Adam Sandler song when I was flying back last night.
It's
It
really
was great.
cool. Yeah, it was really. And you saw who introduced him.
Oh, yeah, Jack.
Jack
Yeah.
Nicholson introduced him. I was like, of all the things for Jack Nicholson to show up at, he's never hosted Saturday Night Live.
Which is wild
He's
to
never
me.
been a guest on Saturday Night Live, and he showed up for
Well,
the.
now he is.
And
He
that's
was.
and that's the first time I've seen him.
Right,
in
ever
a
on
long
Saturday Night
time.
Live, yeah.
How did he look? I only saw parts of it, Mace. I only saw Black Jeopardy and then the weekend.
He looked
Update.
good. I
He
mean,
looked
it was
perfectly fine.
It was very brief. He basically just from the seats, said,
Okay.
"Ladies and gentlemen, Adam Sandler."
yeah.
That was it.
Yeah.
Because he hasn't been to a Laker game in a long time.
Last year was at a playoff game.
Yeah.
Was he?
so-
Yeah, I remember
he
that.
seemed totally fine to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Oh,
mean,
that's good to hear.
He's in his
Or
80s
maybe
now,
maybe
right?
it was 2
Yeah.
years ago. I don't know. He was at a playoff
I
game.
think it was last year.
Yeah.
I remember because I remember it was a big deal that Jack was
Yeah.
out and
Right.
at a game.
Yeah.
There were only. He's 87.
He's old, man.
Yeah,
Oh,
but he's
man.
had health issues, they said.
Yeah.
That's why he hasn't been coming to games.
Well, they had, some of the performers. How old is Paul Simon? Paul Simon opened the show. He's also.
He has to be in his late 70s.
He's
I mean,
the whole show is old. What are
They
you
had
talking
Garrett
about?
Morris near the end, and he's 88.
Garrett
Yeah.
Morris. Yeah. Paul Simon's 83, led off the show. And how old's Paul McCartney? Because he came
he's
on-
in his 80s.
Yeah, Paul McCartney is 79.
Oh, 79.
And then Keith Richards, who's like
Keith
112.
Richards was there. It's like, how's that guy still
He's,
standing?
Yeah,
well,
seriously.
because he has preserved his body through pharmaceuticals, and
Yes.
he's going to outlive all of us.
Yes, he probably will. He
Yeah.
probably will.
Yeah, I want to go back and watch that. I will
Yeah,
try
you'll like it a lot.
This week I'll try to go back and watch that.
See, I have always sort of planned my life around Saturday Night Live. It would, like the whole time, I would always watch it. When I lived in New York, it was such a big deal. I would rush home at, I'm not. My partying was cut short because I was home at 11:30 to watch Saturday Night Live. And since then, I've always scheduled my life because I want to watch Saturday
It's
Night Live.
too late here, though.
Oh,
Well, now it's
yeah.
at 8:30. Like,
8:30.
Well, you
Now
can watch 8:30, but it's the week before, though. No,
No,
Or you
No,
watch
they-
it on
8:30 live.
No, they've started showing it live at 8:30 out
Yeah,
here
so
now.
it's live at 8:30.
Oh, I
It's-
didn't know that.
It's within the last year. It's relatively
They
recent.
also
okay.
posted on YouTube Live. Like after
Well,
the
right,
skit
'cause
is
I thought
on,
you had to go
5 minutes
online.
later it's
Yeah.
on YouTube. They have their own playlist. That's why I watch it.
But good if they now if it's on at 8:30, I'm in.
Oh yeah, it's on at 8:30. It's perfect.
Old man Sedano.
Yeah, listen, dude. It's last night I didn't land till midnight, so I didn't
Oh,
get to
man.
bed till like 1:45.
Yep.
And like that, I'm just not built for that life anymore on a regular basis because I already had like the night out on Saturday, which
Yep.
wasn't a night out. I was out to like 12:30, just eating and drinking.
Oh, that's a night out.
Who are you hanging with? Hanging with all the
Just
cool
like
kids?
the broadcaster crew people, but
Yeah.
that's just it. But it was that's 3 glasses of wine over 2 hours of dinner. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
So
Yeah, I think, and San Francisco, I thought it was funny that Barkley ended up making a big
the donation, $250,000
to
That's kind of
homeless
what
in San
Charles
Francisco.
does.
Yeah,
though.
I mean it's nice, classy gesture. Obviously, after
he's a good dude.
all the stuff he said.
After,
So we were talking earlier about how everybody's complaining and complaining about the NBA. Draymond Green went on.
People love the hockey though.
The hockey's
Yeah.
been, the hockey
Apparently
was
it's been
great.
great.
I did not see.
Well,
I
because they
watched on
fought
Thursday.
right out of
They
the gate,
fought right
which
out
was
of the
kind of
gate.
like out of the WWE playbook because they already knew they were going to fight.
They booed the anthem.
Yeah,
That was something they're doing.
They've been doing that for a while.
Yeah,
so.
there's
they're
like
doing a
little
couple weeks now.
political thing going on.
Yeah. I don't know if you heard about it.
I did. I heard a little bit.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
You know who I miss right now? I know he's on somewhere, but I don't watch News Nation. is Cuomo.
Oh, Cuomo's the best.
I miss Cuomo now.
Yeah.
I guess I could find him if I wanted to. I don't even know what time he's on.
so hammy.
Yeah, I would. He's got to be super hammy right now.
Yeah.
We loved. Remember what was it? What was the phrase that we used to
We're gonna
laugh
get
about?
after it.
Get after it.
Get after
We're gonna
it.
get after it.
Oh yeah, that was his whole thing. Yeah, I gave up completely cable news. I've not watched cable news.
I
in
have not
months.
watched
No way.
You know what I watched? I watched the day of that plane crash.
You know,
I watched that day.
It's weird. That's the one time we've turned on cable news
Yeah.
is for the plane crash.
CNN breaking news is always. I don't. You can say what you want about their shows or whatever. When breaking news happens, that's still the place to go.
Yeah, when there's a storm, when there's a disaster,
Yeah.
That's
because Anderson will be there pretty quickly.
Yeah, he will.
Yeah,
he will.
Yeah,
But it's weird. I don't know what to replace my time. I've been watching a lot of local news. Do you watch local news?
I watch KTLA all the time.
Do you?
I'm a big KTLA guy.
Yeah, I'm a big Channel 11 guy.
Yeah.
Do you watch local news at all, Marcus?
I watch it in the sense that I think we talked about this last week. Channel 1 pops up when I turn on
Oh my God,
when I turn on
Channel 1
TV.
pops up
Yeah, but I
right
don't have
away.
Spectrum, so I can't get Channel 1.
Oh yeah, so I get that because I watched a lot of Spectrum during like the Palisades and Eaton fires.
Oh, yeah, they were good.
They were very much on top of that.
Yeah, I would totally watch Channel 1 because I love Kelvin and I love Nikki K. And,
Nikki K was on last week.
I heard about that.
Yeah, she was terrific. And
what was she on for? Not that she needs a reason.
Talking about SCUCLA,
the women's game.
Juju
Yeah.
Watkins and that big night.
Was she doing that?
Thursday, she was talking
there?
about that, and she was there for it.
She's a UCLA alum.
Yes, she is.
Mm-hmm.
One of the things that we talked about was the Channel 1 conspiracy. Do you know this Channel 1 conspiracy?
No.
Okay. So when you
piqued my interest.
Okay.
George got to get comfortable.
If you
now.
have Spectrum,
Yeah.
when you turn on the TV,
It goes right to Channel 1.
automatically
Yeah.
to Channel
Well,
1.
but it's like a hotel. When you go to the hotel, like you turn
I
on
know,
it's
you
Mario
get
Lopez on.
It's
But
in every hotel room.
But the conspiracy part of it is because there is a setting on the box where you can have it go to the previous, like whatever
Does
the
not
last
work
channel.
anymore.
It does not work.
Does not work
You can
anymore.
set it in theory to turn on with the last channel you had watched. That has gone away. It just always starts on Channel 1.
Yeah, always. It's a
Listen,
conspiracy.
hey, they got to get people
It's
to
a
watch.
conspiracy. Hey, Beto, do you watch? You've been on local news. Do you watch any local news?
Just Channel 9. Love Pat Harvey. Love Channel 2 and 9. Jim Hill, what's up?
Jim Hill.
That's about it.
The best.
Only because
It's
Channel
funny,
9's
we
still
all
on
watch
and
different ones.
Yeah, we all watch different ones.
Yeah.
What do you?
I
watch,
used to be
Marcus?
a big
One?
Channel 5 morning news guy.
Yeah.
And then my friend Steve Mason went to Channel 11.
Oh yeah.
And then after he left, I don't watch it anymore.
But my friend Frank Buckley is still on Channel 5 doing the KTLA morning news.
Yeah,
I'm
Frank
a
Buckley
Carlos
does a great job.
I'm Carlos Amezcua. That was my era.
Oh man, Carlos Amezcua. Where is
Yeah.
he now? He was terrific. He was the original host of the KTLA morning news.
Yeah. The KTLA family.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I love a good. You know who I ran into? Your boy Sandoval the other day.
Oh yeah.
I love Kurt.
Kurt is the best.
All right.
Great guy.
Yeah, Kurt
he's,
Sandoval.
He's been there for 30 years.
He's been there a
maybe?
long time. Yeah,
Been a while.
Him and Fugazaki, your rival.
Fook. Oh, Fugazaki.
Fook's your rival? No way.
Oh,
Mason and
yeah.
Fook go way back.
Yeah, we
Fook
go
has
way
no
back.
idea why Mason's
We go
upset at him.
way back.
But
Fook's Follies, he's the
there's-
nicest guy.
There's like a blood feud apparently.
Yeah, no.
What is your
What?
issue with Fugazaki again? He's the nicest guy ever to Beto's point.
Super nice.
Yeah.
It's
Hawaiian,
it's a
real
total
nice guy?
fake feud. It's a total fake feud. He's grumbling about Rob Fugazaki. No, he is a great guy. Mario Solis, don't get me started. But
Amazing hair. Leave him alone. He's the only Latino on TV. Leave him alone.
I will say that I think that in terms of sports, Jim Hill's still the gold standard.
Yeah, he's the guy.
Yes.
I saw Jim.
I mean, he's the best.
He's the guy. I mean, basically after Trudeau, he gets the next question at Laker games.
I always have feuds going on though.
I know that's you.
They kind of fuel me.
I know
They fuel me.
you're like Michael Jordan. You need a chip on your shoulder
yeah,
for
when
some
I give
reason.
my Hall of Fame speech, look the hell out.
Do you make up quotes to get you motivated and stuff too? Just make things up to your own bulletin board material.
Oh,
like
I do. Yeah, Steve Hartman gave me so much bulletin board material.
Okay,
I
that's
can't
real,
stand that
though.
guy.
That's
that
real.
is 100%.
You still, that's a real feud.
100% real
Right,
feud.
Cappy wanted to squash that, and you said no.
No, I'm not for squashing that feud.
What if we just like randomly brought him in the studio?
No.
What would happen?
Oh, no.
trying to think.
What would you do? I mean, it's your studio. You're not walking out of your studio, are you?
No, I'm probably gonna just shout him down.
Yeah?
Yeah.
But what is the genesis? I don't think you've ever told us that.
No.
Okay. So
Ever.
when I was in that Toyota Celebrity Grand Prix race,
The one with Mario, Alfonso Rivero.
don't even get me started.
I
on
was just going to
Alfonso
say, you're
Ribeiro.
beefing with Alfonso Rivero
Yeah.
still about that.
That's
So-
in the Long Beach Grand Prix. They used to take it seriously.
How long ago was this?
That's like
let's
30
see, I was
years
50.
probably.
I was 10 years ago.
Okay.
10 years ago.
Oh, wow.
And
Wow.
Hartman,
So this is right before I arrived.
Correct.
Right.
Hartman was like the master of ceremonies
Yeah.
for the entire
Oh,
thing.
okay.
So he was the master of ceremonies at the opening and the closing
Yeah.
and the post party and all that stuff.
Yeah.
He took so many shots at me.
No.
It was
During the race?
unforgivable. No, at all of these events.
Oh, wow.
I was his
Punching bag.
I was his punching bag.
Yeah.
And we have this big thing afterwards where everybody gets up and says whatever they want on stage. I'll tell you what, I just crushed him. I just crushed Steve Hartman. That's the only thing I cared about was crushing
Right.
Steve Hartman.
You were going to take him out.
Oh, I took him out.
Mace,
What
you
were
guys
some
were
of the
going
things
up
he
against
said,
each other,
though?
right?
Oh, he's talking about my driving and my career. He was taking shots at
Did
my
he
career.
chum me up to Alfonso Ribeiro, too?
He did. He said nice things about the famous people
Yeah.
and bad things about me.
Wow.
Yeah.
You were the one guy.
I was the one guy.
Wow.
Yeah. It was not a pleasant experience.
Was that when he was working with Michael?
No.
No, that's way after that.
This is when he was working down in San Diego. Is he still on in San Diego?
I don't know. Cappy would know better.
Yeah,
Cappy's birthday's today.
Yeah, we had him on.
Yeah.
We
said
called him.
Jim Brown,
Yeah.
Paris Hilton, Michael Jordan,
Apparently
and Cappy.
Apparently
And
Ed
Cappy.
Sheeran also.
Oh,
apparently
Ed
today.
Sheeran
Yeah.
will throw in the mix. Yeah.
Yeah, so Steve Hartman, you would shout him down still over something that happened 10 years ago.
Absolutely, I would.
Has he
I love
apologized
that.
to you?
No.
What if he apologized?
No, Hartman doesn't apologize for anything.
He would never.
It's not his thing?
No.
I don't know him at all.
Yeah.
Oh, good for you.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Thank God for that.
Yeah.
Seriously.
I don't know him at all.
Yeah.
Oh, Jen for the
You know who I
jukebox.
ran into? Do you remember the SportsCenter anchor Larry Beal?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Larry Beal's an anchor in San Francisco.
Yes. Oh,
okay.
And I ran into him. He introduced himself to, and I had like a childhood moment. I was like, he's like,
Yeah.
hey George, I just want to tell you how I think you do such a great job. And I was like, dude, you're Larry Beal.
Larry-
Like,
I used to
forget
watch-
about you telling me what
Right.
you're awesome.
I used to
Like,
watch
I grew
Larry
up
Beal. I
watching
used to watch
Beal.
Larry Beal as a kid. Yeah,
Yeah.
around the Bay Area all the
On
time.
Who's
and
your,
on SportsCenter.
who's
Yeah.
your favorite SportsCenter anchor?
Of all time?
No,
It's Dan
current,
Patrick.
Current.
Oh,
Current. The guys they got now. I have a tie for first place.
it's probably Linda.
Oh God, I forgot about Linda.
It's probably Linda.
Linda, yeah.
Linda's my girl.
Linda's
Like
great.
Linda, when I was in Bristol, Linda was always super nice to me. And obviously she's here in LA now, so I love Linda.
Linda is
Stan is also my.
Linda came in and co-hosted one day.
I know.
Yeah, she was
Linda.
terrific.
Linda and Stan. I mean, I miss Neil.
Yeah,
like there's no
I miss
tomorrow.
Neil. Yeah, Neil's
but
great.
Linda and Stan are. I mean, just because I like them personally. I mean, Van Pelt's the gold standard, right?
Right.
Just if
Oh
you
yeah,
can-
absolutely. I'm a big before I start Get Up, there's always SportsCenter on, and it's always
Randy Scott,
Gary
Streisky.
Streisky.
They're really funny together.
Yeah, they're very funny.
They're
together.
very funny. I like
get
them.
those guys.
Yeah, that's a good pairing.
Yeah, they are really good.
Yeah, but Linda and Stan, that's like it's got like a good old school feel to
Yes,
it.
it
Like
does.
it's what SportsCenter has always been. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
it is.
So I like that, and I still miss Neil too. I liked when the three of them would.
I still see
work
Neil
together.
around town.
I haven't seen him in a minute.
He owns a restaurant. In
I
my
know.
neighborhood.
I
Yeah.
know. I'm gonna go down there.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah.
You should come over for a drink.
I should.
Yeah.
And then what? You can have one of your martinis.
Yeah. I got him to stock Dos Hombres at
I love it.
At
I love
Taverna.
it. So why? Who was on your list?
I had Matt Berry and Gary
Streisky?
Streisky.
Yeah.
Those are the two
Yeah.
that I see all the time.
Yeah.
Matt Berry's really
Matt
good.
Berry's very good.
Yeah.
Yes, he's very good. But Van Pelt's the gold standard, I would say right now. He's got the big show.
Linda
and Stan,
legendary.
they've been doing it for
Stan,
they've been doing it forever.
awesome.
Yeah, but all time DP. DP's
Yeah.
Yeah.
Truthfully.
and Stewart.
And Stewart.
Yeah.
And by the way, DP and Oberman was great.
They were a
that
great
was-
pairing.
They were
That
a
was an
great
amazing pairing.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
Big Show.
Great. Yeah.
Which the bosses did not like.
No.
They called it the Big Show.
I mean,
Oh,
but
didn't they?
Oh,
but
you don't know that?
No.
But
Oh,
it
they-
was the Big Show.
The bosses hated that they separated themselves from the SportsCenter brand.
I know, but they were
Dan's
Patrick
talked
and-
about this before.
Yeah, Patrick and Oberman.
The Big
But
Show.
It
seriously.
really was the Big Show.
Yeah, but then they did it just to needle everybody.
Yeah. If you listen closely right now, you can hear Oberman burning bridges somewhere. somewhere.
Oberman's so talented, though,
He's
man.
so talented, and yet it always ends up bad at the end.
You know, it's the I've heard a theory on that, and I don't know Keith at all. I did fill in for a show once when he did that ESPN show when he came back to do that ESPN
I
show
remember that.
out of Times Square. I've heard a theory on him and a number of different talents. Single child syndrome.
Oberman used to be Channel 5 here in L.A.
Yeah.
He had a mustache and everything.
That if the single children are in media and entertainment,
Interesting.
a little more challenging to deal with.
Do you have siblings?
I do. I have half siblings.
Okay.
Yeah.
How many?
3.
Yeah. Do you have siblings?
I have a sister, yes.
Yeah, I have 2 brothers. Beto, what do you got?
7 of us, man.
Are there really 7 of you?
Yes.
Wow. That's a big family.
Yeah, I'm number 5 of 7, 4 sisters, 2 brothers, and you fight for whatever you can get in.
See, I think I've got oldest kid syndrome.
Oh. Is there such a thing?
Yeah, there is an oldest
What
kid
is that?
You have to feel like you have to run everything.
Yeah.
And control everything in the house.
Is that why you drive the show?
Yes, it is. And right now, I'm going to